Did you take a photo with him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me, Diddy, and Who Kid with a big birthday cake.
You wouldn't post that right now, right? Like
Right now? Now's not
Why
the
not?
time.
Out of support.
Now's not the time.
Yeah, I mean, in your world, have you heard of that? I've never heard this fuck thing. What's it
I know
like?
nothing
Freak offs.
Nothing about that type of behavior. Watching a girl suck a dick. I've done a little bit of that.
Is
but
that cuckold? Isn't that some
kind of? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're a cuckold, Who Kid?
I never hid behind a drape and watched like some guy fuck my girl.
You did not. You've not done that.
I'm just not explaining it exactly why. I don't want to see nobody fuck my chick. I think that's the selfish dick guy.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Yeah.
I've dabbled in that world a little bit.
You seen somebody hit your chick?
Not fuck her, no, she blew him. It was very perverted, but it wasn't.
What?
It wasn't. I couldn't handle the sex. That would have made me like for some reason, watching her do something dirty like that was okay, but fucking I didn't want.
Okay,
It's just too much.
It's okay to give head. It's all right.
In that set of circumstances, we had talked about it for a long time, but it does change the dynamics a little bit. Because I'm not like, I think I'm dirty, but I'm not a true like lifestyle cuckold. Like I couldn't live like that. Some guys can.
She didn't have a white nail polish, did she?
She did not. No.
Okay.
Good. You always got to check, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what Diddy liked. He liked the white nail polish so he could see the dick.
Real. I haven't read all the
I read the whole thing.
all the transcripts and the facts and figures.
So like the white nail polish goes against the black dick or whatever.
Yeah, he liked it. Yeah, just to see it.
He went crazy.
Yeah.
Was it a black dick she was sucking or a regular white
Yes,
dick?
because according to the thing,
Sources.
he was telling her he's saying things like, grab that big black dick.
Oh, my
and I think
goodness.
when that came out, I think he was like, it's probably just, whatever, it's embarrassing. You don't want, no matter what you've done with your partner.
I'm talking about your partner. She was sucking a black dick or a white dick?
No.
A
I'm
Lithuanian
kidding.
dick?
No, I feel, he was Italian or Spanish, but no.
No Lithuanian dick?
No, we weren't that specific.
Why they don't rep those people? Are they out here?
The Lithuanians?
Yeah, what they out
I think the Lithuanians are out here.
All right.
Any Lithuanians call in today?
Yeah, please. We have a big Lithuanian fan base, actually. I've toured there twice.
Yeah.
Sold out both shows.
It's you, and they keep asking,
pre-sale.
when is Who Kid coming back?
Yeah.
When's Who Kid? So it should be pretty huge.
I find it weird to I don't know. I'm a jealous guy. I'm just not strong for shit like that. Like,
I mean, I don't think it's weird to not be into
Right.
cuckoldry. I think I think that's more normal.
It does change things a little bit too. So you're better off probably avoiding it.
I mean, I do.
I'm
think,
not interested in it whatsoever.
I'm not interested either, but I do think like when I fuck my chick, I always be like, kind of like try to remember like her ex-boyfriend's fucking her. I don't know. Is that weird? Is that normal?
No, it's dirty. Like you have to up the ante. We're being hit by sex stuff on whether it's Instagram or OnlyFans or the whole it's everywhere every minute of the day.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard in bed just to go, my God, I love you, and make eye contact. Who the fuck wants that?
Yeah, but there's a spectrum there. There's a whole middle ground
You're on it.
between. There's a whole middle ground between eye contact and speaking in Old English.
Especially when the butt goes up and down, I always think maybe she's going up and down in the dick like some other dick.
It's seeing somebody you're turned on by do something pornographic or thinking about
I'm thinking
them in
about
a porn
that.
way.
I don't want to see it though.
But it's a porn way. It's a porn thing.
It's like when you got to be a groupie for Michael Jackson, only in your head.
Oh yeah.
Only in your head.
Yeah.
How long have you been with your girl for?
I think it's like 2 years now.
2 years.
I know it's a long ass time.
And are you in a committed monogamous relationship?
I cheated the other day, but just got back right. I took her to Disney.
So it's okay?
How'd she find out?
I was using the filter on Instagram, but Instagram posted it by mistake. You know when Instagram just posts shit without you knowing?
No, I don't.
So I'm chilling. Yeah, I said, no, yeah. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. So I was making them look like. So I had identical twins the other day, like identical at the same time.
Bically?
Yeah, like
Nice.
I have it on my phone. You know me, I'll show you. You know I don't cap. You know. What I'm
I
saying?
know you don't.
That's a new word now. No cap.
No,
What's no
actually-
cap mean? No rubber?
No,
What?
no,
No cap
no
means
lying.
what?
No lying.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
no caps. It's a good guess.
Stop
I
capping.
mean, I guess.
Thank you, Troy. I go capless.
That was a good guess.
Thank you.
Don't be a goofy, whatever they be saying.
Right. No
Chicago.
cap. It just means that you're not lying.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
a lie.
A lack of capping.
Right. Exactly right. Exactly
So,
right.
so every time I have a menage, I film them and I send them to my kids, to show that, because I don't want to tell my son I fucked two twins, and they go like, "Come on, Dad, you capping." So I film it so I could, Dad, you the man.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
No, they say you the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. So you did raise them, right?
Yeah, I raised them perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
So
That's really.
I put fire emojis. Like there's a fire kind of like filter where two of them bitches was on fire. Like I'm supposed to be the devil, and then we're all in hell. So their pussies, everything's on fire.
So you did it, and you did some editing. You decided to
No,
create
I didn't do no editing. I just did it, and I save, but.
It posted by mistake.
It posted for 7.
Oh, so you use the effects on Instagram as an editor
to save, and it post. Yeah,
7 minutes. It was up at 7 a.m. because I left the club. I left the club. I was at 11. I left the strip club. I'm snitching on myself. I left the strip club 7 a.m. So from 7:15 to 7:20 something, my girl's getting ready to go to the airport for her 7 a.m. flight in Vegas. So that's why I was like, "Why the fuck are you up?"
You're blaming her for waking up early.
Yeah.
But she was getting ready, so she just was like, let me check it. And then I just got this text. Well,
what are you doing with these two girls? Well, what are you doing awake so early?
Yeah. Weren't you supposed to sleep in?
Yeah, I got really fucked up. So, yeah, she cursed me out. And then I just took her to Disney World. We're back. Everything's good.
Did you just apologize and say, I fucked up?
I mean,
it was just a video I was trying to send to my children.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I said, if Chris Brown want to fuck you, you got the pass. But I had identical twins. I can't let that go by.
Right.
That's disgusting. Why would I let that go by? You wouldn't do that, Sam.
I'm in a committed monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
You fuck twins.
It's never been an option for me. I don't see it being one anytime.
I know. That's why he loves The Shining.
What if the Bushwhackers asked you?
Luke and Butch were cousins. That's a totally different deal.
Like, it's just insane. Like I've never had like an older. I think I had like one Puerto Rican older sister than a younger, but not identical.
No.
And you're fucking them together
At the same time.
How was it?
I'm like, yo, can you feel my dick in her? Because when you punch one, they can feel it. Like,
Oh, sure.
So I was like, can you feel the dick in your sister? She's like, oh, I can feel it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm lying about that, but yeah, but still. But
Did they do anything together?
Yeah,
They
were
blow you
touching,
together?
They were touching, and I got a video. Of all kinds of shit in here.
There's nothing incestual about that?
Well,
I didn't care.
Oh, okay. All right, good to know.
They're twins. This is their life. It's like, how's that song? It's my life.
Oh, you think Bon Jovi.
I had to take advantage of that, and then I called my kids immediately.
I believe that it's on your phone because you remember when we were doing my show, you once made the mistake of playing one of your sex tapes on the air, and we saved the drop and used to replay it all the time.
That shit was like part of the show.
Oh yeah. Who kid doing sex talk?
yeah.
Yeah, my deep voice is the worst. And then I'll have like Lil Wayne on. I have like Lollipop on and some shit.
Oh yeah.
Remember I had Lollipop?
Let me like a lollipop.
But yeah, I think anybody out there would take advantage. Like, come on, man. It's not like
course.
two
Twins.
chicks, two random girls. But if you have an opportunity to have two identical twins
Twins,
and
yeah.
they're bad as fuck,
Were they bad as fuck in this scenario?
bad as fuck.
Okay.
Man. And
You
I-
have to do it.
Okay.
And then I know Wiz Khalifa, I think, let me stop snitching. Fuck.
Okay.
Damn, I just fucked
All right.
up.
Well, you probably should have slowed down before you said the whole name.
Yeah.
But that's fair. You were going to say something else, I'm sure.
But I find it odd that nobody in here would take advantage of that.
I find it odd that
I would
you're-
absolutely take advantage.
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
Thank you, Jim.
I
for
find it
being-
odd that you're videoing threesomes with twins, sending them to your kids, adding edits to them, and still using Instagram.
I
as
don't
your
want to.
editing
I don't
app.
want to think I'm capping.
Well, why don't you get like a different editing software so it's not like one click away from posting on your social media? Is that a consideration or no?
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the
I know
best
I
way to
have it
learn
in here.
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, tough lesson.
Sometimes you have
Sure.
to learn the hard way.
See, this is the one I got in trouble with.
The fire filter is on it and everything.
Oh my
like I said,
God, are they attractive?
there's all these stories that you're like, who kid's obviously making this up as he goes, and there is
Oh,
exactly.
you have to do that. You have to do that. Oh my God,
I
look at
mean,
her
this
hiney.
is exactly as he described it.
Holy shit!
They are
attractive.
twins. They are bad. Hey.
Let me tell you the one I got caught with,
Oh, they're fucking.
and I'm in it. So
And you
Very
made these videos for your kids.
yeah, I sent him. My son loves me, man.
That's great.
He's like, Dad, you are a god. Yeah, this is the one I got caught. I don't know why it's like.
yeah.
This is me right there, but my dick is not showing, so don't worry about it, Sam. I don't want you
Okay,
to
I was
be
gonna get
insecure.
No, you
Very
seriously don't get your hopes up, Sam.
This is the one that got me in trouble.
Oh yeah, they're.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
I can see you are topless and they're completely
Very intimidating.
nude.
And then the other one.
Oh, there's the other one. Yeah, I can see where that would get you.
That's
in
a
trouble.
very incriminating video.
And I'm playing 21 Savage.
Right. 21.
Girl, I can't believe it. That was like one of my highest moments.
Where
in my
was
life.
that?
That was in Miami.
Oh, man.
So when you
Good
look
city.
back on this and the fact that you sent the video and you got in trouble, had to take your girlfriend to Disney World, the whole thing,
Yeah.
you look back on it now and go, that was one of my greatest accomplishments.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
care about my
fucking
kid
hot,
graduating
man.
from college. I don't care about that shit.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting. The other day I solved a Rubik's Cube and my son was like, man, Dad.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, that's what my son was like, you're the man, Dad.
Yeah.
Not the same.
It's amazing in 1983.
Not 100% the same energy as your...
What else did you find, Waldo?
Yeah, I mean, it's... I guess there are levels to accomplishment.
I actually
Yeah.
like came in both. I don't know.
Good for you. No bag, I
I
hope.
had to. Yeah,
Good
of
for
course
you.
not.
Good
What?
for you.
Why would I?
Good for you.
One load spread across twice, or did you have to whip up another one?
No. One time. I'm a one-time man. You know,
for you.
I'm like the one-punch guy. You ever saw that cartoon? That's me. I just hit it once and I get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what cartoon you're speaking of, but
Star Trek. That's it. I'm good, man.
you watch Star Trek after?
right after, man.
So
The old one.
you like to post-coital have a viewing of the old Star Trek, like
Like,
William Shatner.
yeah, I love that motherfucker. I watch him all the time.
You do. And do you let the girls stick around and watch Star Trek with you, or you tell
They
them?
watch
"Get
it
out"?
with me.
They do. That's nice of you.
He's either that or Scooby-Doo. The old Scooby-Doo.
The old Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
You like to go back to the
Yeah.
old days.
Yeah, I'm 52.
Childhood stuff.
That's right.
Ugh.
That's right. You got
How
it
was
out
it
of your
getting
system.
blown by both of those twins?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. They actually like blew and
What?
like one of them was like licky down there.
Eating your ass?
Yeah.
Ah, that's the best.
Toss a salad.
What good girls.
I was in midair. I was like, "Wow!" You ever
Really? Like
jump in
Yabba
midair?
Dabba Doo, Fred
Because
Flintstone?
The feeling, the nerve. It's
amazing, yeah.
You can't
I've never
explain.
had that. A mouth on the dick and one on the ass. That's phenomenal.
By twins.
By twins.
Yeah.
I had girls do that before, but
Yeah.
this was different.
I've never had two at once. I usually have one mouth that's got to split the duty.
Ew.
Well, you know.
You know what? I'm so happy. I did wipe my ass when I went in because I was sweaty from the club. So
Oh, what a relief.
yeah.
What a relief.
thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJing's a pretty good life, huh?
It was a little salty, but yeah. it was
Salty,
a-
sure.
It's okay. They expect that. They know what they're in for.
So now I'm like, yeah. I still talk to them. They're cool. I'm gonna bring them up here.
You are?
I'll bring them up here to the show.
you should.
I'm going to ask them if they realized that because of their activities, you had to bring your significant other to Disney World.
Yeah, I don't care. Well, fuck. Whatever.
Tell them you have a friend that would throw his marriage out to do it.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna bring them up here.
Bring them up here.
They're crazy.
Bring them up here. Yeah, they seem they seem crazy.
Yeah, I see my boy Troy about to go crazy over there. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. Troy is quite the historic coxman himself.
Yeah.
He had quite a run. You know, he's off it now. He's got a fiance.
Yeah, he's retired.
Oh, really?
He's retired. They've hung up his jersey.
Get out of here. I used to
Yes.
call him Baby Who Kid.
Well, yeah, that's right.
What the fuck happened?
That's right. And, well, he got it out of his system.
Yeah.
He met the one, gave her a ring, hung up his jersey.
But I think everybody should do that. You get married for 10, 20 years,
Okay.
and then you become me.
So were you were you faithful for a period of time in your marriage and then decided?
Yeah. Well, I
In
was
the beginning.
nobody. I was nobody, so yeah, of course.
Gotcha.
So when
So
I became famous, I was cheating.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a purpose. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a teacher.
So you
Go
figured
home.
that, like, since life had worked
Give him
out so
options.
well for you, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Howard Stern show kind of like guaranteed my divorce. That was Exhibit C in my when I went to my court shit.
Because you went on Howard Stern and announced
Talked
how-
about fucking and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
My dumb ass didn't know 20 million was tuned into some dumb shit.
Right.
So
Right,
yeah.
because you'd say it on, like, whatever little shows that I was doing and we were doing together. You'd be like, yeah, I'm cheating
Yeah,
on
I'm
my
cool.
wife.
And then I
It's
went on
fun.
that show looking at Howard Stern. I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? This guy's-
Everyone hears it.
What a piece of shit.
It's on TV. It's the whole thing, yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
And, you know, it's good to be like top 5 interview of the year, you know.
Did you make top 5?
Yeah. Tom Cruise, everybody. And then there's Who Kid.
Who can? Well, because you're not afraid to ruin your life.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, you'll do that for the sake of a good interview on someone else's show.
But why? If you want to learn anything from my fuck up, whoever you're married with is not the same person 10 years later. They're definitely not the same person another 5, and then another 5 that's totally
Okay.
a stranger.
I would offer the counter argument, which is you did not appear to be the same person either, in the sense
Yeah, I
that you
was,
were famous and having sex with other women.
Oh, yeah.
Did the sex die down in the marriage
yeah.
after a while?
I think after I had kids, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, right?
I don't want her sucking me and then kissing the kid to go to school. Like, this is kind of whack.
You look at them as a mom, right? After.
Yeah. And
That's like a mafia thing. The mother of my children.
Yeah.
And then, you fucking, and then they come in and you gotta play dead, or that's just crazy. Daddy, you're playing doctor again? With mommy?
Yeah.
Where's your thing out? I'm
Right.
like, ugh.
Yeah, it kills it.
So it's like, I guess I got bored with marriage life because
Mm-hmm.
I became this individual. Like one day I'm here, next week I'm in China.
And you started doing
I'm
things where like twins would show up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And you go, this is very exciting.
The trains on the road was crazy, like the G-Unit trains.
Yeah. And you were a loser in high school.
I was a super loser.
Right. So you
Pimples,
didn't.
everything.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lost my virginity at 19.
Ooh.
What are you laughing at, son? Really?
No,
I was 18. That's not
I
crazy.
know. I was 18 as well.
Oh, okay, so that's not bad.
But yeah, I'm not like Who Kid now. Like
No.
the opposite. That's the thing.
Sure.
But I also think the fact that you didn't get to be Who Kid when you were growing up
Oh, nah.
meant that once you got famous, even though you were adult with kids,
Yeah.
like you had to do it at some point, and you didn't have that option. when
You make
were-
up for lost time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always look at if I'm in like Dubai and all these weird places, and I have an option to like do this, I can do it.
So you're like,
I'm not
I have the opportunity to travel to Dubai. I should have sex with people outside of my
I
marriage.
don't choose to, but if it's a bad chick that I would never see in my life, I just don't want to be like the guy that regrets it. Like,
Sure,
when
you don't
you're
want to
like,
miss out. Yes.
I'm 60, and then now I don't want to be with this bitch.
And you're looking at
And
your
I'm
wife,
looking at-
thinking of the girl in Dubai.
I'm like, damn, I should have just fucked that bitch.
Right.
So now I'm like, I fucked that bitch. So it doesn't
No
matter.
regrets.
Yeah,
no
I
guy
don't
is
regret
no
it.
guy is looking back on his life fondly remembering all the girls he didn't fuck.
Yeah.
No one. No one is like, I'm so glad I didn't fuck those twins.
I just love that that's the philosophy because there's no point where he goes, well, I don't want to look back and regret ruining my marriage.
Fuck her.
Like that doesn't even occur.
But he didn't ruin it because it just got quiet. He ruined it like you went out in a blaze of glory. You ruined it
Oh,
the
yeah.
way you should ruin it by fucking a lot of hot girls on the road.
Right, you didn't ruin it by doing like one thing.
Yeah, you didn't have financial issues or just go, we've changed. You're religious and I'm not. You fucked a bunch of girls.
No, you weren't 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
You made a choice.
How many bodies you got?
I mean, not that many bodies because I met my wife when we were
Good answer.
22.
Yeah.
So were you like in the hundreds?
No, I'm not in the hundreds. You think between the ages of 18 and 22, I was able to rack up hundreds?
I'm at least like 1,000 at least my whole life.
Yeah.
Not
Well-
thousands. Probably close. Like
Close to
couple hundred.
1,000, you think?
Like 700 maybe, 600.
See, here's the problem. You're in a relationship now, and you say things like that. You don't think sometimes ahead because you'll go like,
Oh, speaking
I have
of
a
head.
girlfriend, right? And you'll go, my body count's 700. And then the next time we talk to you a year from now, you'll be like, no, I'm at like 750 or 800. And your girlfriend will be like, what?
Yeah.
How did the number go up?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm cool now. I'm just lazy. I'm not chasing bitches like
That's what
that.
happens,
Yeah, you
right?
get older, you stop.
The twins was a like a prerequisite.
That's a
like
gift.
Yeah.
When a gift comes, you have to like.
I
You
get
gotta
it.
take
You get called out for Old Timers Day. That's basically
right.
you retired, and they're like, "Would you come back to the stadium for Old Timers Day?" And you did.
And
One more pop from the
One-
crowd.
yeah, one more.
Yeah.
And I honestly think she gave me a pass because they were twins.
Of course, she knows.
And to Disney World.
And we got on the
And
whole
how old is your girlfriend now? Is she a young, like
25.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so,
good for you.
And I took her to the Hulk ride. So it was
Are
good.
you gonna marry her?
Hell no. Man, no fucking chick. Fuck out of here. Man, I'm about to die. I'm 52. What the fuck are we getting married for?
I don't think you're gonna die anytime soon.
Well, you've done it too.
Yeah, people my age are dying. What are you talking about?
You know what would be great? Oh, you know what here's what I hope for you. You knock her up by mistake. I hope you have more kids.
That would make you happy.
It would make me so happy if Who Kid had to start the whole thing again.
it's over for me.
Because you know he's so happy.
With the
He
freedom.
got out of his
Yeah.
marriage. His kids are adults. He can sext them. You know he can do.
You have to Brad Pitt that shit. You gotta adopt the fucking kid. It's like, go adopt the African baby.
Oh, I hope he makes just a couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
He ends up knocking this chick up. You
Would
know
you like
what?
it if both twins got pregnant?
Oh, the twins? Oh, that'd be great.
I know I did come in both, but they said they're cool. They
Oh, cool,
They
then.
took it on the pill.
No, I'd like the girlfriend that he's with now. I would like her to get knocked up.
Yeah.
And I would like Who Kid to feel the pressure. I would like him to get remarried.
Nah, hell no.
And just like
He'd be very unhappy.
very unhappy.
I would die if I get married again.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
No girl's gonna trick you in that.
Yeah, you did it once. You tried it.
Yeah. I'm not the guy. I know guys that get married like 3-4 times. I'm
Yeah.
like, why y'all doing this so
Your guy
many
Ric
times?
Flair has like so many marriages under his belt.
Really?
Ric Flair's been married like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, I thought it was only twice.
No.
No way.
Ric Flair hears about people who are divorced like, oh, it's my second divorce. He's like, rookie
No.
numbers.
How could you get married again? Like
Some
all the
guys
time?
need to be married. I don't understand it either, but some guys need it, and they like once it's done, they have to do it again.
Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Companionship is like needed that bad.
I guess so.
I love quietness. I love
You love
like
the
I
quiet.
love the word quiet. Like, you know, you just don't
Yeah,
have
you
nobody.
can have your fun.
Yeah, nobody killing your ear. Like,
Right. And then you can go watch your Star Trek and be
but
quiet.
I was married for 20 something years, so it's
a
not
long
like
time.
I'm some dumbass piece of shit. Like I was married for 20 something years.
Yeah,
I
you know what it's
did it,
like.
You know, so I'm not gonna do it again. Why would I do it again? I did it.
You've done it.
My kids are 24.
You're dating somebody that's a year older than your kid?
I know. She needs to date my son. Fucked up. Yeah, and I thought she was 30 the other day. She was like, "Fuck you, nigga. I'm 25."
Wouldn't that be great if she left you for your son?
That'd be great.
You wouldn't care.
You'd be all right with it.
It's the same DNA.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Diddy does it. Diddy takes his girls, his son's girls.
He does?
Yeah, I think he took one of his like kids' exes or whatever.
That's too bad. That's not a right thing to do. The reverse, I think, is okay, but
Yeah.
the other way is not cool.
Yeah, I don't think I could fuck someone that a relative was in. I would feel too weird about it.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
It'd be weird because there's a level of familiarity.
There it is. Yeah, Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey appears to shut down rumor that she dated both Diddy and his son. Absolutely not true.
Whatever.
So she doesn't appreciate that you're running on radio shows. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
She's saying it's a lie.
She's saying it's a lie.
I love the fact that marriage is beautiful, but you know, some people don't have, you know, Cinderella endings. Like
No.
Some people go
Everybody
on the
has a-
Howard Stern show and admit infidelity.
I even asked him. He was like, "Huh?" But I did get him to get up and beg me for a photo, which he don't do. So that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you know how it is with him. You can't really like.
Now even more. He doesn't even leave his house anymore.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got COVID. He just had COVID.
Did he?
Yeah, he just finally got it, so it was rough.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
You had COVID before?
Yeah, I got it once. Last summer.
Did you have sex with COVID?
Did I have sex with COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, did I have sex while I had COVID?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, because you get flu balls. Like your bag is just heavy.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't
unsexy.
like, oh, I have COVID. I should
COVID
go.
dick. You suck this COVID dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no, I
doesn't
don't-
work well.
Certainly didn't use that phrasing. But no, I think I felt no, because I felt run down, and then I took a test, and then once I took a test, I went down to the basement to try not to give COVID to my family.
Really?
Yes.
So fucking considerate, yo.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
Yo, you're like Jesus, yo.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much, Ukid.
Reincarnation, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah.
look like the motherfucker too.
Thank you very much, Ukid.
I go to church or something, man. I don't know. I will see myself in the next 10 years somewhere, but I might be like a monk or some shit. I might go to
You
like
think
Thailand.
about becoming a monk? You
I'm
think
gonna-
about joining
yeah,
the
I'm
monastery?
gonna go to Thailand. Remember, I told you guys first.
Mm-hmm.
I will be like, I met like 3 monks when I was in. I went to the Big Buddha.
Oh,
I actually went there, and then I told them they're naked under their outfits and stuff. I was like, I want to be like
naked
just
under my
playing with
outfit.
monkeys and shit. I'm gonna do the same exact shit.
But could you pass
10
up
years.
sex?
Yeah.
because you've had so much.
I mean, this porn will be out, right? You still got porn, right?
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
monks
if
can't
monks
jerk off
go
the
to
porn.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yeah, X videos.
No,
porn.
it's not just one.
I like X videos.
Ex hamster.
You do like X videos?
Because the videos are longer.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That
And then
makes
they
sense.
always hide the white guy. It's always like the torso fucking.
That's what you like.
You see the chick, but I don't want to see the dude.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. You like a first person, a POV type of thing.
Do you like watching like black dicks going in the pussy or white dicks going in the pussy?
You know, if I had my preference, I'd probably like to put myself in the character.
As the woman.
That's right. So,
Cutie pie over here.
well, I don't think monks can watch pornography.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Oh, I ain't gonna be a bunk then.
Okay, all right, so we take that back. Okay.
Yeah, they have a very strict lifestyle.
Yeah, and I don't think porn is part of the strict lifestyle.
Yeah, you're not supposed to just fucking edge all night when you're a monk.
I don't think so.
How do you guys add up life? Like the way everything is now.
How do we add? Like,
Especially Jim. Jim is a maniac. Like Jim.
Jim is finding normalcy for the first time ever.
So this is normal for you, Jim. You've always been like this, like 20 years ago. So now it
My
became
whole
your
adult life
existence.
has
Yeah.
been what it was, and then this is the first time I've been faithful. Like I just settled down after years, so I'm happy. Like I don't mind it, but I wanted to do it. I didn't feel pressured into it.
That's
what
fire.
I wanted.
Jim, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Fiance, you on a boat, you on fucking Brooke Kreischer shit.
Yeah.
Coming in your girl. I love it, man.
Well, yeah. No risk of pregnancy.
Yeah, I mean,
That's great.
who could imagine not just saying goodbye to all other vaginas, saying goodbye to vagina entirely?
I like this guy, yo.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great situation.
It's
I'm
cute
happy.
too, in a way. It's like cute.
You think that's cute?
Hell yeah, that's cute.
It is cute. It's like a rom-com.
Yeah.
Yo, love is crazy, man. As long as you're in love, who gives a fuck, man?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
who gives
right.
a fuck, man?
Even if it's only going to last for one night and you're in love with a couple of twins. It's love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not strong enough. I'm happy where I am because I wanted to be here, but I'm not strong enough to pass that up.
Well,
Two twins who
Yeah.
want to blow me and fuck me, that's going to be a real hard sell to walk away from.
Luckily, I don't think you'll have to worry about it.
I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but you're on the radio. You're on a popular radio.
And
show. You know
also
that-
someone do it for money. So
Yeah, you're saying if you had the option to pay for it,
Yeah,
that'd
if
be
two
hard to
twins
pass
go,
up.
look, this is what it's going to cost. I mean, it would be hard. I would try to say no, but it'd be hard.
Yeah, no,
I ain't gonna lie.
I get it.
Sure.
You have the financial means.
Oh man.
Well, to a certain point.
But that's supposed to be normal, right? To fuck twins. So that's not normal.
That's
Everybody
not-
wants to. Fonzie used to fuck twins.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Fonzie, yes, on Happy Days would always fuck. What were their names? I don't remember the name, but there was famous twins that
What?
Fonzie would always fuck. Yeah.
Yeah,
would brag
He
about
wouldn't-
that?
Well, you
Yeah.
wouldn't, he wouldn't literally say because it was Happy Days.
He would say the
not now. Like
the whatever twins, not
No, I know exactly what you're talking
the
about.
Olsen twins.
It wasn't the Olsen
no,
twins.
wasn't Jenny Piccolo.
No, it wasn't Jenny Piccolo. It was
I forget, but he fucked a lot of twins.
Candy and Randy.
I don't remember. There was a name that like a
Sounds right.
last name. I just don't remember.
They were
yeah,
identical or they were fraternal.
Don't remember. I don't even know if they showed them or if Fonz just referenced them.
yeah. The you do have to keep your mind off the incest thing.
They weren't like.
With the twins? No, you don't.
You don't have to keep your mind off of that.
No, because they're two hot girls who are like both equal partners in it. It's not like one is 30 and one is 15. They're both the same age, so
They're like clones. So it's like
the Pulaski twins. Thank you, Travis. Yes.
Pulaski. Oh my God.
Too bad they weren't the Polanski twins. That would have ended sadly.
Are you a power bottom? Everybody talking about that shit.
Am I a power bottom?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, no.
Like,
I'm
do you buck from the bottom?
buck from the bottom?
Yeah, like, do you
I knock
tell
till I
who's
buck.
behind
What
you?
is that? The power
A
bottom.
power bottom is you'd have to be with a man to be a power bottom.
Like, here's what I'll explain
wow.
to you. Here's what he's being shy. If there's a man straddling Sam, the man will stay still and Sam fucks from the bottom, pushes the hiney back.
you're still in control type
aggressively. Yes, but it's called the topic
if I
from the
were
bottom.
to be in that, but I wouldn't be in that position.
All right, so what?
That's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed.
No, I'm not in.
Who cares? It's all good.
I thought it was like you girls on top of you. You're just like yeah.
No, it's a gay
So
thing.
have you been telling people that you're a power bottom?
I thought it was something else.
Shout out to my power bottoms. Who's a power bottom in this house? Put your hands up.
Surprisingly, a lot of people put their hands up. That's wild, yo. I didn't know that. I thought it was like you controlling the girl from the bottom.
No, that's not what that means.
No,
That's
not
not.
at
You should look things up before you say that.
Yeah.
I fucked up this morning, I tell you, man.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
a-
okay.
That was a great miscalculation.
It was a bit of a miscalculation. I could see where you got there,
Sure.
but
There's one thing I know Jim did. I know you fucked a midget, which is my final conclusion
Never.
in life.
I
wanna do
honestly
it
oh,
don't
now.
you're
not.
saying
No.
that's
Yeah.
your
Yeah, that's it.
that's your ultimate.
They look so good on Instagram now. They're all over my timeline.
Yeah, I've never
But
done
that's
it.
that's your algorithm.
Is it?
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
that feeds you exactly what you're
I
looking.
thought
up
the
and what you
phone
wanna
hear me
see.
talk about little people.
It's probably that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know,
Then Jermaine Dupri's page pops up. And you're like, I just get there.
5'1". So what's up, Jim? You had one before, right? Like a little
Never.
person.
No, I haven't.
What?
No.
I thought you did it all.
No, I mean I've done most of what I wanted to, but that never crossed my path, and I never sought it out.
They're so popular now. They're
I
like,
guess so.
they're
Yeah.
like Louis bags.
They're as popular as Louis Vuitton bags. Wow, I didn't.
They're lit right now.
I didn't realize.
No cap.
I didn't realize how lit they really were.
Yeah.
That's
They have
amazing.
fat asses now.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like it looks good.
Right.
I don't care about the weird glove hands and the fucking
You would do it.
the what do you call it? The what their feet be like
Clubfoot.
Yeah, they have club feet sometimes.
like bow legged. They're like permanently bow legged.
Some, yeah.
But look at her. She's hot.
She's pretty, yeah.
She's literally the world's sexiest dwarf. She's
Really?
the top one.
She's great tits.
Look at that. I don't care if the head is deformed.
I mean, I don't know if her head is deformed.
The head is normal size. I think it's the arms and legs. Like the head and torso are fine. The
tits.
extremities, the tits are phenomenal. Yeah, she's very sexy.
Yeah,
Look-
well, she's the most sexy one.
Sam, you like her tits?
How many followers?
I don't know if I like the way you asked me that question.
500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at her in a bikini.
Oh yeah, who wouldn't fuck her? Of course.
Look at those legs.
Little thick, sexy legs. Yeah. She's great body, pretty face.
They're
yeah.
like in now.
Yeah, I'd fuck her.
I didn't realize they were.
Look at
Are you
that
sure
shit.
they're in, or it's just this is your new kink?
No, they're in.
Instagram.
They're like
Travis, are you
popping.
finding this on your Instagram?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, they're lit.
Have you noticed?
I haven't. I guess I haven't.
There's a bevy of them.
Troy, a lot of little people on your Instagram.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh
now.
wow, I
It's
hadn't.
just little
Yeah.
people in Norm Macdonald clips.
They have a little person
weird.
convention coming up in Vegas. I'm about to be
Are you
there.
gonna go?
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Cop a couple.
That's comp a couple. I don't think that's what they do at those conventions. I don't
What?
know that they're for sale. I don't think that's quite.
But you want to meet a lady of shorter stature.
I had a lot of friends. They say they did it, and I just want to just experience it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in a committed relationship with the girl you just took to Disney World.
That's
This
a
might
tougher-
be another pass.
Okay.
No, I don't know
Okay.
about that. The twins, I don't think this gets you the same pass that the
Okay,
fucking
cool.
twins do.
Although this and then a forgiveness trip you'd have to go to Disney World Paris.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Will you go to Disney World Paris?
Is there a Disney World for like little people?
I mean, I think no. You know, you
Like
can't.
like a little teacup. I just get a little teacup.
I wasn't thinking of you bringing the little person to Disney World Paris. That would be where you have to bring your girlfriend to apologize for having sex with the little person. Why would you also bring the little person to the
She's a
apology?
fat rump, this one.
Look at that.
Nice
ass.
tiny. Yeah, it's nice. Very, very kissable.
God loves everybody.
Yeah, God does love everybody.
God gotta love that.
Yeah, it's
They
nice.
gave us this.
You're talking about God.
God gave us little people to smash.
Is that why?
Come on. What else are they here for?
Well, I mean, who knows what they could
They
provide
can't get
us.
jobs. What are they gonna work at, yo?
I don't think that that's the case.
Sure, they work.
Have you ever seen one have a job?
Sure,
Yeah.
you know
Where?
people would.
Retail stores. No, I mean, not necessarily
I don't
as
even.
police officers.
How'd you gonna
but-
pick up my jeans? Like, what? How's she gonna grab it? Like,
from the lower shelves.
Sure.
oh shit.
They're limited, but still, they work.
They work.
She's very sexy.
Yes, this one is very
Look
sexy.
at that tan line.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I like a good tan line. Love a good tan line on a big fat hiney.
You like tan lines, too, kid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These are all different girls from the Tiny Hotties account.
Ah,
Oh, I gotta follow that. What's it called?
tiny hotties.
Tiny hotties.
Oh man. Well, they're about to have 7,001 followers. Cause they have 7,000 right now. I'm about to be the one.
Do they put the women's names though? Do they put their other?
No,
their-
I think this is just for looking.
She looks weird. She looks like somebody stepped on her head.
Gates in North Carolina.
Good evening.
Hey guys, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, who kid? I just wanted to say thank you. About 20 years ago, came out to Syracuse to a nightclub and you DJ'd,
Nice.
and you had come in the weekend after Biz Marquee and Mrs. Barbara, and you stayed late in the club, and we had one of the funnest fucking times at the bar ever in my life. And I just wanted to say thank you for being on the show. You're one of the greatest DJs that ever stepped foot in the industry.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you.
You're welcome, man. You married whoever you had fun with, or
What's that?
you married whoever you had fun with, or you just had fun?
No, we just fuck around and have fun.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Gates.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
You know,
You know they're getting tornadoes in Florida.
I heard.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be getting very, very bad. When are you going to Las Vegas?
Friday.
Oh, okay. All right, so you got time.
When's the weather going to get bad here?
This afternoon. I think the rain is going to start around like 12 or 1 and go
overnight. Yeah,
overnight.
until the morning.
But they're saying it came from the spaceship with the 10-foot alien that landed in Fort Lauderdale.
I thought that was Miami.
Oh, it was
The
Miami?
shadow aliens you're talking about?
Yeah, what's that about?
Well, there was a mall, and there were shadow aliens, and they brought all the cops to try to stop the shadow aliens.
What are you talking about?
Well,
You
some
sound crazy right now.
some people said that this is actually footage from New Year's Day, and there was a fight with some teenagers, and they lit off fireworks. So the cops responded to a
Holy
shooting.
shit! How many cops is here?
But that's what they said. They said all these cops, no violence, and then somebody zoomed in on the shadows, and it appeared to be 8 to 10 foot tall shadow aliens.
Wasn't it just a shadow?
Alien. They were walking.
Why you go to that little person?
Well, I mean, imagine a little person compared to a shadow alien. 8 to 10 feet tall.
Were there a lot of eyewitness accounts? Like people saw it? Like
No, all the eyewitness accounts were people who saw the video on Twitter.
what?
So no, there weren't a lot of people who were
Okay.
there on the scene that said those are shadow
So
aliens.
this made news. This is on like regular news.
Well, it was trending,
What?
so you
I don't
know
think it made regular news. I think it was just like a
Because
rumor that started on like Twitter.
the mainstream's not going to report on it.
No, because it's bullshit.
What? I thought because they're trying to cover it up.
Look, shadow alien
I don't think
spotted
so.
in Miami Mall.
See, you could tell because they put a fake news logo on top. Times Now.
It's Times Now.
Times Now. I watched
Times Now is a legit source.
Times Now News.
Yeah.
So this is not the same as the Vegas alien that was in the backyard. And then
No,
the
this is a
cops
different
saw it.
alien.
Okay,
The Vegas alien in the backyard was not a shadow alien.
it was a real alien.
Well, these are real too. They're
Sure.
just shadow aliens.
Shadows.
Where is it?
What the fuck these shadow niggas come from?
You got to find the one
Outer
where they
space.
zoom in.
Yeah.
I guess it's not on Times Now.
No, I wouldn't expect it.
Times Now didn't do the zoom in and the slow motion. The slow mo was very, very helpful. Here, this is the
Yeah,
video.
there you
This
go.
is it.
There it is.
Why are they covering this up? You saw this, right, Troy?
Yeah,
So where's the shadow at? Where's it at?
that's what they're
Right here?
saying is
This?
That's it.
No, the big ones.
right there.
Hey yo,
Where?
Right
And you
there.
can kind of see it moving right there in the middle.
what?
Talking about
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
this? Oh, that!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
yeah, that's an alien.
So
see,
the
you see it walking in the middle of the screen?
What the fuck?
Oh.
It's a shadow alien, bro.
Yeah.
Right here.
It's an 8 to 10 foot tall shadow alien. And then look at all the cops there. Why would the cops respond to anything other than a shadow alien?
Yeah. It's not lights on a person, right? You're right.
You sure Bruno Mars didn't have a show? Like,
You think it could have been Bruno?
I mean, cops pull up for him.
They like him.
Just surround him. That's intense right there.
So there are shadow aliens, as it turns out. See?
Holy
I don't
shit.
see any other feasible explanation.
Oh, yeah. I believe it.
You believe it?
I see it.
Do you believe the Vegas alien?
Nah, I didn't see that.
I think it is true.
You think that's true too?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I mean, do you believe that me, you, and Norton is like we're it? This is it. This is the end of the universe. Like
Well,
the galaxy. Like we're the conclusion. Like we're.
I hope so.
I think everybody has a deep desire to want to think that there's like an ego that makes everybody want to think that they are like it's not going to continue after them. You know, on some level, we want to believe that we're the last generation.
Sure.
We're probably not.
So if an alien land and come in here right now, they'll be like, why do you watch wrestling? Why does this black guy have $100,000 chain on?
I mean, first of all, the fact that that's how you associate the two of us really puts you
Yeah.
on a higher level than me
Yeah.
again.
Those are the questions I've been asking.
Like to be like, could you describe Sam? He's some weird guy that watches wrestling.
Yeah.
Could you
I'm talking about
describe-
an alien.
Could
Like,
you
they'll-
describe Who Kid? He's some weird guy who has $100,000
Just
worth
like
of
a
jewelry
mogul.
on. Yeah.
With no 401, whatever that shit you talking about, that plan.
401k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a marathon.
No, it was not a marathon. It's a way to make sure you're financially set for later in life. I guess you could also sell your
I'm
necklaces.
not worried about that. When I'm dead, it's over, man. See you.
No, but there's a time period between when you're dead and now. That's when you would use the funds in your. It's not
really?
life insurance.
Oh, okay.
It's a retirement fund when you are. I mean, right now, I would think that at your age, it's embarrassing to be DJing, but as you get older, it's going to get tough. 10 years from now, you'll be a 62-year-old DJ?
No.
Right. So it's like at that point, you go into the 401k.
That's why y'all do it. That's what white people do.
That's right.
Holy shit.
That's right. Prepare for retirement,
Sure.
where it's like, okay, I can't really do the things I did when I was younger.
You guys are so fucking smart, man.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Whereas you will be looking for some kind of gainful employment to try to pay off the loans that you have on your jewelry.
Bladder got me, dog.
Bladder's got you. Bladder knows. Bladder loves it when you show up here with that jewelry on. Because he knows he's got you for another deal.
Yeah.
It's going to keep going down.
That's right.
Because you got a lot of accessories to pay off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Do you resell your jewelry? Like, do you sell it when you're done with it, or do you have like a ton of it?
I have a ton, but I melted some of that shit down.
Like, are there services? Like, are there places you go that
No,
melt
what
down?
I did, I just melted it, and I just got like other Rolex watches. So I just get watches. Watches keep value.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So these are the only ones that's like diamond. I only have 2. The rest is just.
Do you have the paperwork with the watches?
Yeah, plain
The
Jane.
boxes and everything, yeah.
That's the white term, whatever.
Yeah.
Plain Jane.
But so what do you mean when you say you melt it down? Like you go to a place that melts
They
it
just
down?
want the gold.
Yeah.
They don't really care about the diamonds. Diamonds ain't shit.
You mean nobody wants like
Diamonds are worthless.
a gaudy chain with a teddy bear on it that doesn't have resale value to somebody else?
They don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, you're right. They don't give a fuck about that. So I would just melt the actual gold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the metal and the
Yeah.
And you've
gold.
done that.
Yeah. This gold, this chain weighs like a baby, like a newborn baby.
Is that white gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try it? You want to wear it to like Starbucks?
I mean, I don't think number one, you wouldn't see the chain again, and number two, you wouldn't see me. So
Do you think somebody would take it?
I think somebody would take it, and I don't think I'd survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you get your watch stolen? Well, I decided to wear a Who Kids necklace, and they checked everything else.
I don't know. I've always liked jewelry. I don't know why. I love it. But you don't care about that shit.
I mean, I have a watch.
You want to wear no iced out chain? Try to.
I don't know if I'd want to wear an iced out chain.
I'd like to see you in one.
It feels a little ostentatious.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yo? Fuck was that word? All right, T.I. Fucking T.I.
T.I. does love his vocabulary, and it's a good vocabulary.
Yeah, whatever. Man.
Yeah, no, I don't know that I could. I don't know that the diamond encrusted jewelry is for me. I bought Mick Foley's shirt that he wore at WrestleMania. We all make
That's
different
your
types
piece?
of investments.
$1,000.
Yeah, there's more than that.
What's the most expensive memorabilia you got from wrestling? It's like in the 10 G's, 20 G's.
I don't have anything in 10 to 20 G's. I wonder if I have anything more expensive than the Mick Foley shirt.
Really?
Yeah, I have things that are like $1,000, $2,000, but nothing like $10,000.
I got a ring from Jake the Snake when I was at Hot 97. I had like a Cobra on it. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
You still have it?
I have it. Can you find out how much it costs?
Yeah, let me borrow it.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Jake is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him the other day. He was doing like some autograph signing thing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look like the way he used to look, right?
Well, he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be around still. Like he had a real drug and alcohol problem.
Oh, really?
And he would probably enjoy your stories of fornication.
Oh,
Because he
really?
had quite a few himself.
Who wouldn't like those stories? There's no one that wouldn't enjoy a good I fucked 2 twin sisters story.
No, but I think Jake Roberts could probably relate to them.
Sure.
And probably exchange stories.
He looks like a python now.
Jake Roberts does?
Like a big snake.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, that's him?
That's him. Still
Wow.
got the stash.
Look at him, yo.
You think he's done some fucking?
I mean, he's talked about it.
He lived in, yeah.
Yeah, he had a scene in a documentary called Beyond the Mat where he's talking about how difficult it is when you're on the road and you meet somebody new and you try that and then that don't work for you no more. So you meet somebody new and you bring in toys. You bring in another person, and then it's 2 with toys and 3 with toys. You get home to your wife, she ain't going to work for you anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, Jake,
He's right.
You really have a way with words.
He used to live at Soraya's crib in London.
Is that right?
Yeah, Soraya said he used to be at the crib.
Oh, that's
in the UK.
Yeah, he's a legend for sure. And he's like, I think he's clean now. He cleaned up. He went through that like DDP thing.
He was good when he came in. I mean,
And
he
he-
seemed
yeah.
like he was
What,
together.
Where were the animal rights people when he used to bring snakes on the ring?
Well, wrestling was wild. There was a guy with a bird. There was a guy with a snake. There was a guy with a bulldog. There was a guy, I mean, there's everything. Wrestlers used to fight bears.
You can't even take a photo with an animal now. Like if I go to Thailand, I get like killed if I with a tiger or a snake, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, or the big game hunters.
Yeah, those photos are not. Those are frowned upon now.
They don't age well either.
Posing with a big dead elephant.
Right.
You just look like a fucking dick.
Right.
You just look like a dick.
Right. Then you realize you're
He's
actually
a
sleeping.
big dead Elliot.
Yeah, it doesn't age well, those photos.
Speaking of elephants, who's that bitch everybody talking about that killed the mom and she ain't got no teeth? Who's that?
Okay, first of all, she's not an elephant.
Oh,
She,
the boyfriend is.
the boyfriend's bigger than most.
Wait.
He's talking about Gypsy Rose.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't.
He's talking about poor Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose, yes. She.
What did she do?
Well, she, of course, was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy.
Right.
What's that?
Well, it's when your parent
Oh, she killed her mom.
convinces you and everyone around you that you're sick, treats you like you're sick always. And this is like, this mom did a number on her. She shaved her head.
Really?
She kept her in a wheelchair.
No.
She kept her medicated.
No
she had
way.
her, Gypsy had to go in to have her salivary glands removed because the mom numbed her lips. So she was drooling.
No way.
And then told the doctors this was an ongoing thing and convinced doctors to remove her salivary glands.
Come on, man.
Oh my God.
And would make up all this stuff about her medical records, and then said the medical records got destroyed in Hurricane Katrina.
What?
And like it just went on. The abuse went on, and there was psychological abuse. There's physical abuse. As Gypsy got older, she was realizing what was really going on. This mom was like living life as this angel of a person.
Yeah, just
free
a-
trip to Disney World. Got a house from Habitat for Humanity.
What?
Got like all this stuff.
Just a fat, hateable fucking attention whore.
That's right.
Wow.
And then Gypsy is realizing that something's up. And she's like, I don't think this is legit. But the mom won't let her leave the house. The mom won't let her do anything that she's not monitoring. So she would like wait till the mom went to sleep and get on the internet. The internet was her savior. Grab the laptop from the kitchen, go on the internet. And that's where she started meeting people. She started dating people on the internet, met some dude on like a Christian dating site. And then
that fat dude she's with now?
no, not the gentleman that she's with today.
That piece of shit.
Not that guy.
All right.
That guy she met later. I'll tell you about him. But so she
Wait, does she have no salivary glands?
she does not.
So she have dry mouth?
I don't know. I don't
Where is this going, Jim?
I don't know.
I mean, I just imagine kissing somebody whose mouth has no saliva in it.
So she concocts this plan because she wants to be with concocts this plan. Cocked.
Okay.
She concocts this plan with this guy that she's with. And she goes, the only way we're going to escape is if my mother is no longer with us.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And so they devised this plan
So that's the dude.
to do a murder on the mom.
Nicholas God.
Yeah,
And-
he's looks like a guy who would murder your mother.
Yeah, Nicholas goes and kills the mother.
Oh, shit.
How'd he kill her?
I think he stabbed her to death.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
She deserved it. She deserved
It's
to
not
be killed.
funny, but God.
I
Fuck
think he
her.
stabbed her to death.
Fuck her.
And then so they could
What?
escape. And at first people were like, what's going on? And then when they finally got the whole story out, basically they tried him for murder.
Yeah.
And then tried her for whatever the crime is, just kind of putting it together. But she wasn't part of the actual murder.
How much time did she do?
She ended up doing 8 years.
All right, long
He's,
time.
I think, for life.
Life, no parole, yeah.
Yeah. So while they were in jail, they broke up.
Obviously.
Which he killed her mom so that they could be together forever, and then they broke up at some point.
Yeah, what a bad move.
And so he's just in jail now doing life. And she got out like 2 weeks ago. And while she was in jail, this fella that you pointed out, who kid?
The fat piece of shit.
Well, I don't know anything about him, but the fella that she's with now,
Yeah, the fat piece of shit.
he started writing her in jail because they did like a documentary on her on HBO, Mommy, Dead and Dearest, and they did a Hulu series.
So that's why when she came out the car, paparazzi was going crazy.
She's
Yeah.
famous.
Oh, she's famous.
She's
like
famous.
crazy.
And she really suffered, too, because of her fucking fat cunt mother. So
But they did this. The doc was very popular. The Hulu series was very popular.
I think I remember it.
Patricia Arquette was the mother.
She was in The View, I think, right?
She was just on The View, yeah. And so she gets out, and while she's in jail, that guy wrote her a letter. And he was like, you inspired me. I feel so bad for you, the journey that you've been on. Blah, blah. He writes this page-long letter, and he goes, and I think it's unfair that everybody knows everything about you, but you don't know anything about anybody else. So here's some stuff about me. And then he writes her this whole letter about
I'm the
himself.
subway guy. I'm out now.
He writes her this whole letter.
Let me stop.
They fall in love. They get married, and she got out of jail about 2 weeks ago now. He went and picked her up and everything. He had Bret the Hitman Hart license plate on his car.
No way.
He's good in my book.
Oh my God! So he's good for you.
He's good in my book.
Yeah, he looked cool though. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
They went on The View. My favorite part of them going on The View is Joy Behar was at one point trying to be like sympathetic, and like it was one of those moments that she wasn't thinking, she was just being sympathetic for the sake of being sympathetic. They asked her about her mom. Do you miss your mom? One of the audience members like, do you miss your mom even after all that?
Yeah.
And Gypsy goes, look, she's my mom, and I mean, she was wrong, but I handled it wrong, and I do miss her. And Joy goes, oh, don't say you handled it wrong. And the rest of the View ladies are like, what? There's a murder, Joy.
Joy's right. Joy is right.
Well, I mean, you can't just murder.
Yeah.
Look at that chain. That's bigger than my shit. Y'all worried about what I got on?
So
the fuck out of here.
So now she's in this insane position
where
this is all that her life has been. The first part of her life, from the time she's born to the time she's an adult, she's living in a bubble.
That's fucked up.
With this abusive mom who has her convinced that she's sick. Then immediately after that, she's in jail for 8 years.
Damn.
Then immediately after that, she's famous.
She has no saliva? Did they take all of her glands or just one?
No, I think they took them both because she's got 2 little metal things in the back of her mouth now.
Oh, she does? And what do those do?
I mean, bro, I don't know. That was just one part of the bigger story.
Do those produce saliva?
Bro, I'm not her doctor.
Maybe he puts lotion on his dick. So he
could put lotion on his dick, but you need saliva for more than just beaches.
If you don't have none, you put lotion on the dick.
How do they not sue the doctor for taking good saliva glands?
Well, because the doctor was clearly misled by
but your doctor is supposed to go there and see.
Physical evidence. They concocted physical evidence.
A lot of physical shit going
to trick the doctor. Yeah. So now she's out, and
poor her.
And she's great though. She seems like a great person.
For somebody who went through that, I'm surprised she's even like that.
And she wouldn't like you at all because she doesn't like people that hate on her man.
Oh,
matter of fact,
shit.
She went in his comments. Because he likes to take selfies on Instagram.
Sure.
I'm sure everybody's dissing him.
And she went in his comments saying, don't worry about the haters. If they like you, great. But if they hate you, they're just jealous because you're rocking my world.
I'm jealous.
She said this because you're rocking my world every night. And then she went like this, LOL, yeah, I said it. The D is fire.
What?
So you say whatever you want about this guy, but you need to understand that D is fire. And I don't know if I could say the same thing about you. I'd have to ask those twins.
I don't know. I'm about to hit it.
I don't know if that D is fire.
If I hit it,
I know
he's leaving the Subway guy. She's leaving that guy.
No, that D is fire.
Yeah.
Look at
his hair. A weirdo.
Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire.
I mean, I'm happy for them, considering what she went through. Yeah. But that's why I like coming to the show. Like, I like all the white news.
Sure.
I get bits and pieces.
Sure.
All I get is, why is this big fucking Subway nigga dating
He's not the Subway guy. The Subway guy is in jail.
I thought he got out.
The Subway guy's not getting out. He's in jail for crimes.
He don't look like the Subway guy.
He's not.
He does look a little bit like him.
Okay, cool.
I'm not saying that I don't understand where you got that from. But what I am saying is that the Subway guy is in jail for crimes that have nothing to do with Gypsy Rose.
Oh.
It's a totally different deal.
See,
there's another white documentary on that.
Unfairly convicted. Yeah.
Well, no, actually
unfairly convicted.
There were actually mountains of evidence against him. Yeah. There's enough evidence against him that you could fill his old pants with it.
That's why I like coming here. You give me like full lowdown. So now when I leave, I don't embarrass myself.
Yeah, because you would have embarrassed yourself.
I learned about this shit right here. I learned about
Tony
the power
Ayo
bottom.
would be wanting to ask you about power bottoms and Gypsy Rose, and now you can talk to him about it.
What metal things does she have in her mouth? Do you have a picture of them? I'm dying to see what.
You can kind of see them. I think they're metal. I don't know if they're metal, but they look like she's got like almost like
fake saliva glands.
Metal fillings in the back. I don't know. You're hung up on the
it's
saliva
so fucking
glands.
weird.
Yeah.
She ain't got her teeth got pulled though. So they probably put like
what a fat cunt
metal
her
implants.
Her mother.
Oh
yeah.
And plus she's in jail, so I don't think they're gonna give her cosmetic like dental thing in there to make her look good.
Well, her saliva glands were taken out before she was in jail.
That boyfriend did her a favor. He saved her life because that mother would have killed her eventually. That boyfriend saved her life.
Oh, yeah. He's doing life, right?
He's doing life.
And he did a good thing.
Can't be stabbing people.
Is he stupid for doing that, or is he?
Yes,
is he a
but-
hero?
No, he's stupid for doing it
Sure.
because now she's out here with
Yeah.
this guy. I forget how you described him.
Yeah, he's just the subway gentleman.
He should have just poisoned her with rat poison or some shit. Why are you stabbing her? I think that's why they put him away so long.
And plus, they just run away right after. It's so obvious.
Generally, if a girl tells you you should murder a family member of mine, you should go like, no, you should do that
do it.
yourself.
Let me know how it
Like,
works
I don't-
I would get rat poison. I would get like rat.
You
know?
do that?
Yeah. I'll get her some Yeezys. Some size 6.
Yeah, that doesn't work anymore because the Yeezys aren't worth anything
It's
anymore.
not-
No,
yeah,
no.
it's whack right now. He's barefoot now, walking around.
Exactly, getting blown in Italy.
Oh, in the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I respect that.
Kanye Titta.
Yeah.
Why is she walking around half naked now?
It's just
Who?
they're just
Gypsy?
desperate for attention.
What are you talking about? Gypsy's
Oh,
not
I think you
impressed-
meant Kanye's wife.
Oh.
Who did you mean?
Jim knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say that. Jim knew.
Yeah, she's always.
Oh,
had,
yeah.
I don't mind it, but it's like they're just desperate for attention all the time.
Yeah,
kinda whack.
but at least she doesn't look exactly like Kim Kardashian. It's not
I
weird
know.
or anything.
What are you talking about? Don't she look just like her?
Oh, exactly like her.
Yeah. Yes.
So what's the ending conclusion for her? Like,
Well,
they're
she's-
just living life, and
They're living life, and
Yeah.
Lifetime started the new season 2 of Gypsy Rose.
So I gotta check it out now, so I could get fully.
Well, I know you got the Lifetime subscription.
Yeah,
you
hell yeah.
love the Lifetime network.
With Mariah Carey on there every year.
Yeah, so they have like because they were interviewing her while she was in prison. So they were putting together this whole docu-series about what life is like after she went to jail, and I think now also that she can actually tell her story because she was so traumatized by all of it at the beginning that, I mean, imagine. She doesn't know what's true. She doesn't know who to trust. She doesn't know what the hell is going
Who's
on.
narrating that? Joan Collins?
Collins.
She's still alive,
She's
right?
like 90. Yeah.
I don't know.
Very old.
Are you thinking because it's on Lifetime that maybe they got Joan Collins?
Dynasty, Kobe's.
No, I get it. No, I don't think that Joan Collins is narrating, but I haven't watched it yet.
All right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And
Book
she's-
came
Released.
out today too.
Oh, her book came out today?
Her book is called Released.
Released.
Huh. I gotta check it out.
I mean, that's a little putting the cart before the horse. She must have written that before she was actually
She knew when
released.
she was getting out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an audiobook?
Probably not yet. No.
You don't like to have to sit down there.
Hell
You want to hear somebody dry and
She can speak fine.
saliva?
I watched her on The
He
View.
had no spit. Fucking awful blow.
I would get that audiobook if she really can't talk.
No, she can.
Oh,
She can
okay.
speak fine. She can speak totally fine. I've seen her because they had her on every single TV show talking about all of her trauma. Which, again, I'm like, how can that be healthy for a person?
Are you going to use her, Jim, in your stand-up?
I haven't talked about it, but I mean.
Now that you know what,
sure.
Jim's gonna end up doing a bit about her saliva glands.
Yeah,
I can already tell the way he's
fucking-
obsessed with it.
I can't stop thinking about it. Fucking dry.
It's so funny. For
I feel
me.
bad for her.
It's so funny for me when I catch Jim and he's obsessing over something weird that doesn't matter on the
And
show,
then it's on
and I'm
stand-up?
I'm like, shut up! Why do you keep talking about this? And then I'll watch his stand up and I go, oh, something was working, something was going.
Yeah, I just never heard that until you said it. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean it's a wild thing.
it's terrible.
I mean, you hear all these wild stories, man. Kids getting put away for like 20 years in a cellar. Like, it's crazy
Oh,
out
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Shit's
I mean
bugged out.
the other one that's coming out at the same time. It's the Natalia Grace thing is crazy.
How do people get away with that? Like, people don't get nosy and
I
ask questions?
They just, the one guy, the father who locked his daughter away for like 22 years
Yeah,
and
I
was
saw
fucking her in
that.
the basement.
Did she have like kids from the guy and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Wild.
He was German, right?
Yeah.
German, yeah.
You just tell people a story
That guy knew how
People
to
just believe
and they
it.
want to just believe it.
He knew how to control a household. I mean, no one went in the basement.
Yeah.
Our daughter ran away, never go in the basement
Oh,
again.
this guy.
Yeah.
I
Joseph,
mean, and he looks like somebody
Joseph
that would do
Fritzl.
that. Like when I look at him, I go check his basement now.
I would have been surprised if he didn't fuck his daughter for over 20 years.
Yeah. I mean,
She was 42.
you were talking about why God put that little person on this planet. God put that person on this planet to do terrible things. Look at his face.
God ain't shit, man. What happened, God? When you do that?
Is he
man?
dead or no?
I think he's
He
still
might
alive.
have died or is he in prison? I mean, he's just terrible.
Yeah, he's like pure evil.
Look at this
alive.
He's 88.
88.
88
Damn.
years young. God bless.
Yeah, Godspeed. Many more. Many happy
And many
returns.
more. And many more.
That's fucked up that these people are allowed to do this shit. Is it like a racist thing too? Like, because he's white, they let it go? Because why is it people don't ask more questions because of skin color? If it was a black person, yo, what's this little kid doing here, homie?
That's true.
Well, he kept him in the basement, and the wife didn't go down there, so he must have just been an abusive whatever. And he's probably like, I work down there, and who knows? I don't know why the daughter didn't yell.
Remember Charles Ramsey,
Oh my God.
the neighbor who helped the little white girl who was kidnapped
In Cleveland?
Yes.
Yes.
And he said, and they made all those remixes of him. He was one of the first viral stars. But he said the reason he knew that there was something wrong was because, as a black man, he said, when a little white girl runs into your arms, you know there's something wrong. He said it on the news. Look at this guy. This guy's a hero.
Hey, Charles, let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me
he
through
look like a
again what
crackhead?
happened this afternoon. You
he's a
heard
hero.
screaming.
Heard screaming. I'm eating my McDonald's. I come outside. And I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch.
Okay.
I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that the body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call 911." My name was Amanda Berry.
Now, did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call in 911, and then I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective,
Look at his tooth.
Cook, right here. Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said,
Now, and when did you see? When did you see Gina?
Stop interrupting, Charles.
about 5.
We're good.
Charles is getting frustrated with all the interruptions.
Yeah.
So
About 5 minutes after the police got here. See, the girl Amanda told the police, "I ain't just the only ones. It's some more girls up in that house." So they went up there, 30, 40 deep, and when they came out, was just astonishing. 'Cause
No
I
cap,
thought they would
30,
come
40
up with
deep.
nothing. I figured, whoever she was, and like I say, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro. Because we see this dude every day. Every day.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here a year. You see where I'm coming from? I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot and listen to salsa music. You see where I'm coming from?
Salsa music.
you had no indication that there was anything.
Hey, bro, not a clue that girl was in that house or anybody else was in there against their will. Because how he is he just comes out to his backyard, plays with the dogs, tinker with his cars and motorcycles, goes back in the house. So he's somebody that you look away because he's not doing nothing but the average stuff. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing exciting about him. Well, until the day.
What was the reaction on the girls' faces? I can't imagine to see the sunlight to be around
Bro,
people.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much for your time. And
Well, she got problems. That's the only reason why she run to a black man.
Charles,
This newscaster is like, okay, all right, Charles, all right, Charles. All right, Charles, that's fine. Thank you, Charles.
We used to eat ribs.
Yeah, the guy's name was Ariel Castro. He hung himself in jail.
We used to
he
eat
didn't.
ribs.
The guy, not him, but the guy who actually did it.
Oh wow.
Do you think it was because he couldn't listen to salsa music anymore?
Yes, he missed tinkering with his vehicles, and he missed this stimulating conversation he'd have with this
This
gentleman.
guy's like a crackhead.
Yeah,
You want to play the remix, Travis, there?
give it a play.
Is this the remix? Oh, yeah. This is it. This is one of the best internet songs ever. Oh!
Best fucking YouTube song I ever heard
It's
in
the
my
best
life.
YouTube song ever. And that was from an era when,
Oh my god.
YouTube songs were, that's what people used YouTube for. But man,
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's been in my head for 10 years.
How many views that shit got?
36 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I still, to this day, I walk around the house going, "We eat ribs" with this dude.
I'm playing that shit in the club next week.
You should. You should.
Dead giveaway. Wow,
Yeah.
that's gangster, man.
See, and for every psycho, abusive piece of shit in this world, there's a hero like Charles Ramsey waiting around the corner. You see what I'm saying?
This guy's a crackhead.
You see what I'm saying?
Look, yeah, I see it. got a missing tooth and everything. You got to be scared if you run into him. Look at his hair.
That giveaway.
Yeah, he's somebody's savior.
But this was wild. This is like when TV was also still, like, the internet hadn't fully replaced TV. Right? So, like, this was, like, not too far off from the Golden Voice homeless guy and people like that. So the next step would be get him on Dr. Phil, get him on this, try to make some money off him, get him on commercials. I don't know if Charles Ramsey ever got that treatment, but
no, because the story was the girls, so he was just the guy that they got to.
For a week, he had a good week.
Oh, 100%. But then the girls and their story was what the story was.
Right.
As opposed to the homeless Ted, his story was his story.
Golden Voice.
Yeah. I have to look. I've had to shit and piss for a long time. I have an emergency.
Are you talking about like minutes, hours, days?
No, probably about 40 minutes. I've had to shit and piss. We used to take a break, but I have to promote.
Go ahead, man.
You should take that as a very big compliment, Who Kid.
Oh, that he hung out?
He's just sitting here like, I'm having such a good time with Who Kid. I'm going to hold my shit in for the next
Really?
40.
Yeah, but
That's very nice.
I have to. As we're ending, I have to end a minute or like someone. I'm going to shit my pants. I can't do it.
Stick a finger in it.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I was.
Something happening?
My stomach. So I'm.
You ever see it when they show you the outside of a volcano and then they go show you down the hole, like all the chaos happening inside?
So I can't tell the story.
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Tap into exclusive performances from the world-famous Tipitinas. As the biggest names in R&B descend on New Orleans.
Y'all join me in welcoming Tyrese, ladies and gentlemen.
We're taking you to the Big Easy during Essence Festival.
They took this record #1 for me, so give it up for them.
All weekend long, starting tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, with Kenny Lattimore, Kevin Ross, and more, live in concert. On Heart and Soul, Channel 47, and on the SiriusXM app.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Everybody's on social media. Part of the problem with that is you see everyone else living this great life. You compare your insides to their outside, and you start feeling like, my life is not good. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives. It might look like they have it all together on their Instagram, but they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. I've gone to therapy on and off for years, and it's always helpful. It's not a quick fix. It doesn't cure you. It just shows you your own patterns. It teaches you how to ask questions of yourself and how to catch yourself doing things that are either envious or otherwise going to make you unhappy. If you're thinking of starting, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's TEFFT today, and you get 10% off your first month. Better, HELP.com/TEFFT.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Benjamin Franklin said, "Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." Nice thought, but for many people, sleep doesn't come easy, which is why more and more people have discovered the importance of a bedtime routine to help prepare for sleep. Things like reading, taking a warm bath, and turning off all screens an hour before bedtime is crucial, as their blue light can suppress melatonin production and alter the circadian rhythm, Now, I may sound like a parent trying to give you advice, but this is just what I do every single day. It also helps to have an incredible luxury mattress. Saatva luxury mattresses are handcrafted to gently lull you to sleep. And because they're sold online, they cost a fraction of the price of retail. If you want to sleep better, make sure the bed is a Saatva. And right now, save $200 on $1,000 or more at saatva.com/TEFFT. That's SAATVA.com/TEFFT.
Sirius XM, Channel 103. Faction Talk.
All we need is somebody to lean.
To Sun-Soaked Summer Countdowns. I wanted it because of my putting. With my keeps the putter square to your arc. It's called You'll be glad you did. And Lab will hook you up with a 10% off.
Some guy on the street corner. I offer what I can when I can. I started noticing that my memory was slipping, and I wanted to take proactive measures to try to help that. I saw a Prevagen commercial, and I did some research on it, and I wanted to find out, does this stuff really work? I started taking Prevagen about 3 years ago. Since taking Prevagen, I feel clearer in my thoughts, my memory has improved, and generally just more on point.
Prevagen is available in stores everywhere without a prescription. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining Medishare. Why? Well, Medishare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. Medishare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-40-BIBLE. That's 855-40-BIBLE, 855-40-BIBLE.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are back.
Look who's joining us. The one and the only Mark Normand. He'll be at the Beacon Theater Friday and Saturday, January 26th and the 27th.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, good to be here.
Welcome, Mark.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, it has. It's been too long.
It's like coming back to college, and you guys won't leave the party.
No.
No, we are
here.
the two old guys standing around.
Still here.
Yeah.
No, it's still fun. It's still fun.
Yeah, no, I still think I'm a part of the culture. I'm not finished.
Well, hey, head of the curve on the trans.
I did. I missed out on Bitcoin, but that one I really did grab by the horns. So
you lost a lot of money on both.
I did, and both have gone down. Ooh, it's hot in here.
Oh, it is warm.
Well, yeah, Jim thinks he's cute. He likes to post it.
No, it was cold.
No, it wasn't cold. It was never cold. It's cold outside.
It's 18.
18 degrees.
Yes, that's that's more than Epstein age.
That's right. Well, welcome, man. How are you?
Good to be here. Good to be back. Sorry, I woke up, brushed my teeth, and raced here, so I'm still in a tizzy. But I'm here, and I'm queer.
Do you still have the same place?
Well, we can jump right. Boy, we're starting early, huh? I bought the place in Brooklyn, as you know, the nice brownstone, still under construction, suing the original contractor.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
Wow.
It's finally, the plumbing is in, the new guy is great. It's finally happening. I'm saying March, right here. I'll be in March.
So the suing of the contractor, is that going well? Are you getting what you should get out of that?
He's on his 7th lawyer. He's a fucking shady crook. Ooh, can I curse?
You didn't say his name.
You can
yes.
curse?
Yeah.
Okay, geez,
yeah,
sorry.
just don't say his name.
I won't. I won't. Yeah, it's been that long. Done too much morning radio. But yeah, still, he's on his 7th lawyer because he builds up all these lawyer fees and then bails on them. So the guy's a classic.
Oh, wow.
Classic slime ball.
So you try to get a lot of money back from him.
We're trying, but I think he's just gonna wear us out. And now I'm paying lawyer fees out the wazoo, and then eventually, sorry for the language, but eventually, I think I'll just have to give up. Because how long can you keep paying the fees?
And now you have to eat what you wanted to get back and the lawyer fees.
God, what a
He got
country,
you.
huh?
But
He
you
got
also, he has insurance, doesn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, you see? This guy, he's
What a snake.
Yeah, if he had insurance, you wouldn't get insurance if this is kind of what you do.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
If you're this shady character.
Yeah, and
because insurance companies would be like, yeah, no, this is going to cost a lot of money. You keep having to pay out insurance.
Well, the good news is, and look, now I'm getting all technical here, but the market is up. So if I ever get a divorce, which is likely, I can sell this puppy for way more than what I bought it for.
Yeah.
So that's something.
You'll make some money back.
There you go.
Then you pay taxes on the profits.
Damn it, I hate tax. Wasn't that always a bummer when you watch Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right, and they're like, you want a car? And you're like, oh my God, you want a car? And they're like, it cost me $10,000 to buy that car.
Yeah, you have to
oh.
pay for half the car.
Yeah.
You pay for the taxes on it.
Yeah, half the taxes is half the car.
But how come the fucking company, why doesn't Wheel of Fortune pay the taxes on the car?
It'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be really nice.
They figure, hey, it's a $50,000 car. You're getting it for $10,000. We're helping you out.
Yeah, it's still kind of gross.
All that game show stuff bugged me. Remember when you play like a celebrity played and you have to give it to charity?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Ian Ziering. I want that money.
Right.
You know, like I still need the $28,000.
So if you went on Celebrity Jeopardy, you'd want to just play.
I'd be the charity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, playing for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that. Just say it's a charity.
Yeah.
Or create one and just keep the money.
I'll call it Homes in Brooklyn or something.
Yeah.
Who are you playing for? I prefer to keep that private.
Yeah.
The Mark Norman Faulty Construction Fund.
Exactly. The MNFCF.
Yeah.
You're not going to be one of those guys that packs up and moves to Austin?
No, I think that ship has sailed. Like, look, Shane moved there. And that's great. By the way, he showed me what he's saving in taxes.
Yeah.
More than Travis makes in a decade.
Wow.
But
cool.
Sorry, Travis.
Yeah.
Saving $5,000 a year.
But and it's good living. I went to his house down there. He's got the pool. He's got the backyard. He's got the driveway. The beautiful neighborhood.
Doesn't he get bored there though? I'd get bored in Austin.
He brought all his friends in. He flew them all in. They're all living in the neighborhood. They're throwing the football in the street. I mean, it's very comfortable.
Yeah, I guess if you have friends there and Joe's got the club there, like there's a lot to do. But I would go nuts in fucking Austin.
I would too. It's a cow town. You can do the whole thing in 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like outdoor music. I don't walk around venues.
Yeah.
Can't stand it. Open bars like Nashville.
Oh, they're blaring music.
Oh,
and
it fucking sucks.
Nickel shot night or whatever. You're like, I don't want to hang out with you. You look like Bob Seger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a terrible hang.
You also grew up in New Orleans, so that's not a good. If you don't want, that's probably why you don't like outdoor music.
Maybe. But New Orleans has got a cool jazz vibe with a black kid tap dancing. This is some honky-tonk horse shit.
I gotcha.
That's the New Orleans music is the worst thing on earth. Those fucking awful party lines.
That's great.
You like that?
The second line. Yeah, that's good music. Those are really well-trained musicians.
They're good musicians, but what they're doing is horrendous, offensively bad.
Right, they're talented people.
Bunch of drunks following them with their fucking beers at 11 in the morning. Oh, it's the worst.
It's no Bad Company or whatever the hell you're listening to.
I don't like Bad
Jim
Company.
listens to Bad
No,
Company.
I don't. I'm in it. I'm in it right now. But I don't listen to it.
Well, what is it? War? What do you like? Iron Maiden?
I do like Iron Maiden.
I like them too.
Black
actually.
Sabbath. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I do that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this shit.
Oh, the second line.
All
we
these
call it.
fucking idiots.
Well, it's
You like
funny.
this.
It started as a funeral tradition, and the honkies took it over and,
Follow them?
Yeah, we made it. I did it at my wedding.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
You had a New Orleans wedding.
Oh, all the way, baby.
Beautiful.
The French Quarter and everything.
Hey, at your wedding, were your parents emotional?
Not really.
Right, because they've never been.
No, it was a lot of like, how much longer?
No.
A lot of that, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I told them that my parents, the best line ever for my special, Netflix special comes out. I go, Mom, got the big end. Netflix, baby, coming on tomorrow. She goes, oh, that's great. How long is it? No joking involved. No humor.
No.
Completely
just
sincere.
Yep.
Wanted to. Could she get the gist in 25 minutes? Is
I
that,
guess.
Yeah.
She likes the opener. She wants to see me open, and then that's it. But
I got it.
This is what about the jazz? I get the Blue Note here and all these other smalls. All the jazz you can see here, you can see for free on the street, and it's just as good.
So basically, the jazz that I could go into a building for here, they subject me to there
for a nickel.
Yeah, no, I don't. Listen,
You don't like this? You don't like the standing bass?
I mean, look, they're all good musicians.
Oh yeah.
You like this?
Oh, this hits me in my tits.
Yeah.
Brings me right back.
Saw them titties going.
Oh yeah. Oh, how about this for the Beacon? I'm doing the Beacon. I'm thinking about getting Sandy Kane open.
Yes.
Is that horrible or is that?
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great gig.
But be serious. Is this kitschy and fun or is it like, oh, this is a mistake?
I think it's fun because it's New York.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's a very New York act.
Yeah.
She'll do New York centric material.
Ooh, I
she
like
loves,
that.
Gloria from Queen's Astoria.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know.
Cocksucking warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a little blue.
But I'm gonna have her like when they're seating. She'll be there out there playing. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna give her like a set.
Right
on the show.
But she'll be on stage.
Yes. And then we'll get a big hook and get her out of there.
I mean, I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Who's your opening act?
I still am deciding.
I'm not sure yet. Okay.
Ah, boy, the floodgates of open micers who I didn't know still did comedy are hitting me up.
Oh, they hit you up? I've never hit anybody up for a gig like that. Like, never.
But
Hey, could I open?
You're a comic.
Yeah, you're not like an open mic or.
No, but I mean, even early on, I'm saying. Obviously,
okay.
I'm not saying now I wouldn't, but I mean, early on, I never even.
These are guys where you're like, whoa, this guy's still doing it? Holy shit.
Can I
get my
open for you?
number?
I know. Well, they DM you, and I think they're just like, oh, I want to do the Beacon. And you're like, I know, but you haven't done any reps since, Cosby was touring.
Then it's got to be somebody you're working with. Like, it's got to, that's who opens for you, is somebody.
If they suck, it really puts the whole vibe off right before you get out there. And it makes people look at you like, who'd you have opening for
Exactly.
you? Why would you?
And you got to hang out with this person. That's the other part no one gets. They go, can I do 5 minutes on your show? What's 5 minutes? And you go, yeah, I guess it's 5 minutes. But then you're in the green room with them all night.
It's got to be someone you like eating lunch with, who's an easy hang, casual, good conversation. There's so much that goes into who's working with you.
Sandy Kane won't leave.
Is that right?
She'll be there the whole time, and she'll have a lot of suggestions.
Hey, I can come out while you're on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
If you could, maybe you could arrange a room.
Yes.
Separate?
Sure.
And go, like, have somebody walk her to the room and shut the door.
Yeah, on 70th Street. Nice hike through the cold.
Yeah. All right. This is good input.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know that.
Okay.
That might be the way to do it. By the way, if you have suggestions for Mark in terms of an opener or if he should do that with Sandy Kane, you can call in to the show because we have, this is true, look how big this text is, 2 pairs of tickets to give away for each of Mark's Beacon Theater shows. That's Friday, January 26th and Saturday, January 27th. It's like a real radio show.
Yeah, I was
We're
just
giving away 2 tickets,
Right.
2 pairs of
We
tickets
haven't
for
done
each show.
giveaways in years.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
remember.
That's how bad tickets are.
No, it's just a weird way that I guess with social media they don't do it anymore. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why. It's just changed.
Yeah, I mean that's also because Mark's got people helping him now. Usually it's just the
Right.
comic coming in and going, "Hey, can I come in and promote my gig?" They're not, like,
That's
if
true.
you just did this, if you just texted us like, "Hey, can I come in?"
Yeah.
we go like, "Yeah," but you wouldn't go. Also, do you think you could give away some? You wouldn't.
No, I would never do that.
Right.
If I'm on the road, a lot of times the club will do a promotion like, "Hey, if you call in now, we'll give you the first 14 rows."
Well, these guys are great. This management team, and you get why you pay them 10%. But I need them in my life more than my comedy. Comedy's going pretty well, but I need them to tell me not to buy a house that's a fixer-upper.
Right.
You know, not to get married, all that good stuff.
Who's your manager?
Levity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're good, but
you get excited when you get a little success, and you're going time to make the big life moves.
Yeah.
Right now.
Exactly.
And it's like, what are you doing that for? You now
Oops.
own 2 homes and are renting a 3rd one.
Yes,
It's just a money pit.
I know, and I can't talk to my parents about it. They don't give a shit.
They don't
No,
care.
they don't. They just,
No.
because they don't care.
No.
Yeah.
I got some questions. They're going to go, how long?
Yeah.
How long is the call going to be?
Do you ever call Jerry at 2 a.m. with financial issues?
We had lunch the other day, and he was like, how's the car going? I got that old Beamer. I was like, it runs like a Kenyan. It's so good. Boy, but that garage is really raping me. And I could see his wheels turning going, oh, I have a garage.
Right.
no. You know, you see him like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not
You were
getting-
angling for it.
Yeah, I was trying.
You were hoping for a spot.
Oh, I'd love a spot.
Yeah.
Because not only do you get the spot, you get to see him again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're still, maybe that never leaves, right? I was going to ask if you're still in that space where you're like, wow, I got to figure out a way to see Jerry again. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
You guys have been friends for a long time, but Jerry is the type of friend that never goes away.
Yeah.
Like that's always the relationship, right?
Yeah, I think so. And you see him so sporadically. It's like
That's
twice
I know.
a year.
I'm not going to say the place. I know that place. I've eaten there. It's great food.
Great food.
Yeah,
He has
yeah,
his
yeah.
own table. You walk in, you go, I'm here to see, and two Mexican guys go, oh, yes, right here, right here. And then he covers the tab. There's no money exchanged. It's incredible. And he got the scarf on. So that's how you know when you're doing well with the convo, because he'll put the scarf on and you're like, oh, I guess it's about to end. And then you start getting to Joe Coy or Cat Williams and that thing comes right off.
Right.
It's a very nice little barometer.
Oh, to discuss what the current events of the day.
Yeah.
He likes talking comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is if you bring up cars, he's kind of like, nah, don't even try. Because he knows so much.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like when your uncle goes, what's up with Dane Cook, huh? And you're like, it's not going to work.
Right. It's an area that you're so out of your depth in.
Yes.
It's going to bore, unless you're Leno, who understands it as well as he does.
Yeah. Right.
Or it's boring for him.
You're on a date with a hot girl, and she's like, so, the Packers. And you're like, shut up, you fat whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how you met your wife, right?
Exactly. She's a fudge packer. But, yeah.
Fudge packer.
I haven't pulled that out of my ass since 88. But yeah, great lunch, great time. We talked for 2 hours, really hit it off, and I did it's gotten more normal now. I felt like I was myself, and I remember running around Midtown clicking my heels after that, because you get that energy.
Cat Williams really did a great service to comedy with that podcast, huh?
40+ million views. It broke records.
Yeah, and just gives everybody in comedy things to talk about.
I know. Even, Cedric and Steve Harvey didn't like it.
No.
Yeah.
You see Kevin Hart clapped back, as the kids say.
Did he?
When did
I'm not
Kevin's-
surprised. He has before.
He has before. When there was drama with what's her face, Tiffany Haddish.
Yes. Well, Kevin Hart, I gotta say, handled it really well, because he just broke down every lie. He was like, this is not factual. That's not. He wasn't like, fuck him, that fucking piece of shit. He was just like, he's living his own world. He said this, that's incorrect, and he just broke it down very sanely
And just put it out there.
That's
good.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't tolerate shit from people. Like if he hears this going on, he might feel like, do I want to address this or not? But if he does address it, I mean, he's fairly aggressive about it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's not afraid to be confrontational.
No.
He's a mean little bastard from Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Well, that's what his name is, Lil Kev the Bastard.
I know. It's
Oh,
just
is that
terrible.
right?
I should have said something else.
That
It
was his first
awful.
comedy name,
Yeah,
Lil
Little
Kev the Bastard.
Little Kev, it was terrible.
And
Yeah.
Keith Robinson had to be the
Yeah.
one to tell him, stop calling yourself
Little
that.
Kev the Bastard. Even Lil Kev, anything with an apostrophe sucks.
I know. There's too many Lils. There's like 18 Lils. Lil
Lot of
Bow
Lils.
Wow,
Yeah.
Lil Kim.
Let's go with Anthony. Before these guys hang, we want to make sure that they get their tickets.
By the way, you just mentioned every Lil from like 25 years ago. Like nobody even remotely relevant. Let's go to
Brad Williams. I don't know. The other Lils.
Lil Brad.
Yeah.
Let's go. Anthony.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Hello?
What's up, bud?
Hey.
Hello. Good
Yes.
morning.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I'm just calling to see if I could get Mark's tickets for the Beacon, man. I'd love to go to the show. He's hilarious.
Early or late show?
And what day?
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday would
It's like
Saturday would be the better for sure.
Oh, sorry. There's no early late. It's Friday or Saturday. Yeah, okay.
No, it's. Oh, yeah.
one
Friday
show
or
a
Saturday.
night.
One show a
Friday,
night,
one
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday. So, do you think he should have Sandy Kane
Ooh.
open the show?
Good question.
I would love to see that train wreck, but at the same time, if people don't know who she is, that could totally ruin the vibe.
I don't think so.
You know,
It would just be the seating portion. Once everyone's sad, we're gonna give her the boot.
yank her out of there.
And she'd be on the guitar just strumming her hit that she loves Dick.
Yeah, with the knockers.
And you know
out.
what? Give her a big break, my man. Put her in. Put her in.
All right.
Yeah, give her a break.
Okay. What do I
right.
pay this lady? That's the question.
Ooh, hold on, Anthony. We'll put you on hold
$2,500.
and get you.
Oh,
We'll get you a pair of tickets.
Yeah, hold on. Travel, we'll
Anthony.
get your name.
Yeah, somebody get Anthony's info. Yeah, what do you pay Sandy Kane?
I don't know, a bagel? What do you, I was thinking pretty low.
What were you thinking?
Honestly,
Beer in a bag?
I think he could probably get her on the arm.
I think give her $500.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Easy, big fella.
Whoa.
I think that's
$500.
Yeah. She'll always appreciate it.
I can't
mean,
give
do
her,
you need?
She's doing 2 shows.
I can't give her half of what I'm making.
I think, you explain to her, Sandy, in this business, people love money, but nothing's more valuable than exposure.
Ooh, I like that.
I
I'll have my feet on the desk, a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure she knows not to show her tits either on stage.
Well, she'll have the pasties on.
Okay.
She'll be all right. She'll put the pasties on. It's true. If you say I'm doing this to give you exposure, she'll think exposure, taking
right,
the tits out.
True.
You're like, no.
Good point.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think she'll do it on the arm.
What does that mean? Free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give her a hundo. I don't want to do it on the arm, whatever that is, but I'll do it for a hundo
for both nights. $50 a night.
You know what? We'll go one night, see how it goes.
See how it goes.
Gotcha.
And then,
put her up there on Friday for $100.
Yeah.
If you give her $100 on Friday, she's coming back on Saturday, whether you invite her or not. It's like feeding a dog.
Well, I'm just going to tell the shelter not to let her out.
Now, should we go with...
Let's go to Molly.
Molly.
Hey, Molly, good
yes.
drug.
Molly, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
How's your 20-carat golden ring? Diamond ring.
What?
I fucked up. Nothing.
Don't worry,
Hello?
Molly.
I made a mistake.
No, Jim's...
I made a mistake.
You know you've bombed when the caller goes, hello?
No, but I as soon as I said it, I said, no, it's diamond. I made a mistake.
I can't believe I'm talking to you guys right
Thank you.
now.
That's the
I know,
attitude
it's
we
amazing.
like.
I'm a huge fan. Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you.
I love your wife. She's hilarious.
Thank you. Yes, she really is funny.
So, Molly, you're looking to see Mark Normand at the Beacon?
Yes.
Okay.
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday would be better.
What were the last tickets that you gave away, Troy? Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we have to make Molly earn these.
Oh, Jesus.
What can we do to make Molly earn these?
I don't know. Just even the way you said it sounds like very...
No, I'm thinking about Mark Norman trivia.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God.
Don't play this with my parents.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the man who brutally molested Mark from the ages of 3 to 19?
Good question.
Just guess a name is probably right.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey,
that's a good guess. That's a good guess.
That's consent.
Molly, do you think Sandy would you want to see Sandy on Saturday night? Sandy King?
Yeah,
Yes, that's a yes.
That's a yes.
That's
yeah.
a yes. That's a yes. Okay, that's
and
a
you'll
yes.
definitely show up for the show?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take your Troy. Don't hang up. Troy will put you on hold and get your information, and I'm sure you'll be on the will call list or however they're doing it.
Yeah, that's our Saturday tickets.
Yep, Saturday's gone.
We got 2 for Friday.
All right, here we go, baby.
2 pairs for Friday.
Now, when you go to a gig like the Beacon, is that the type of gig that they pay you in cash? You put it in a drawer waiting for somebody to rob you?
No, learn my lesson. But Cat Williams gets paid in cash.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Fun
Yeah.
fact. And he throws half of it out to the audience.
That's what's up.
We should go with
You should do that at the Beacon.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And I'll wear a green suit and say the N-word.
How about it, Chris?
Our old pal, Chris the teacher.
Yes.
Oh, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
How we doing, fellas?
Hello.
Hey.
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm jonesing for a hang.
Oh, well played, Fatty.
Jonesing for a hang.
Well played.
Now, that's
that was from this show, by the way.
Yes,
That's
it
where
was.
That started.
Jonesing for a hang was the bad advice you took.
Yeah, and I texted him that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay, what was worse advice?
Did we tell you to do that? Suggest that?
You were like, we were trying to find the perfect text, and then we were like, jonesing for a hang. That sounds cool. And I texted him from the Buffalo airport, and it was a long 3-hour delay.
Now, what was worse advice? When we advised you to type in jonesing for a hang, or when we convinced you that it was a good idea during the pandemic to pitch Jerry
that was worse. That was 100% worse.
To do a show where you
Teaching
guys
you to
go
dri-
into Times Square
That one
and he teaches you how to drive stick shift.
That one irked him. That one hurt the relationship. But the Jonesin was just kind of silly and cringy. But the other one was really like, I don't know if I can hang out with this guy. The worst thing about Jones for a Hang is it got such buzz on the show that I made merch, and no one bought the merch. So who's going to buy that shirt? It's
Right,
so
it's
specific.
hideous, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you'll be on the list, I guess. Just give Troy your information. Friday show.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy.
Chris,
Take
do you
care.
want to see Sandy?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Hold
Hey,
on.
Mark,
Yeah.
Yo.
why don't you have Nate Bargatze take the whole show over, considering you took your friendship over with Jerry?
Wow. Did that really happen?
Man, that was a low blow.
Did that happen? Is there truth to that? Thank you, Chris.
2 peas in a pod,
Oh,
baby.
that's
Yeah.
got to be tough.
They're doing 2 at the Hollywood Bowl, sold out in 10 minutes.
2 of them together?
Yeah, those 2 are co-headlining with Gaffigan. Yeah, so now they're
Sebastian's on that show, too.
Sebastian as well. But they're chatting on the phone. He's twirling the phone cord with rollers in his hair, and they're just, 2 little schoolgirls.
That's
Giggling.
tough.
You don't like it.
No, these clean comics. Oh,
Yeah.
Get out of here, you queefs.
Yeah.
Get some edge.
Yeah, and he did well. Nate's doing well too. He does the arenas.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he
killing
is.
it. Funny
and
guy.
he's like best friends with Jerry.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, that stinks for you.
Now we have to go with.
Because he probably never asked if he was Jonesing
Yeah.
for a hang.
No, but they probably never pitched him a show at 2 in the morning while drunk either. But I got the proximity. We're in the same
Hey,
island.
You do have the proximity. That's why.
Yeah.
By the way, this is why Mark will never move to Austin.
That's right. Why would you go there?
Jer, you ever think about moving to Austin? Me neither.
We should go to Matt in New Jersey.
Okay. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
Hey guys, I was just wondering if I can get some tickets to see Mark.
Woo!
What do you do for him?
Yeah, what are you gonna do for him? How you earn him?
I mean, it all depends, man. You do a lot.
No, that's gross, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how you said it. It's weird how you said it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: Why do you want to see Mark?
Yeah.
I listen to him a lot on here.
Hey!
I mean,
See what see what he's got up there.
I got a new hour. It's really cooking.
Is it cooking?
Oh, yeah. The Jute Tunnel chunk is really flowing.
Torn from the headlines.
Yes.
That's great.
Exactly.
All right, Matt, you can have the
I'd rather see Shane Gillis, but
why are people
Well,
calling to
I think
insult?
you've definitely earned the tickets.
Oh, this is
Well, go to Texas,
Yeah,
you
this-
big fat
this
douche.
is our.
nah, man, I'm in New Jersey. I want to stay in Jersey.
All right, you need to hurt our friend to get the tickets, and you did. So
Okay.
congratulations. Hold on,
Hold
Troy. We'll
on.
get your information.
Matt gets Friday tickets.
Yes.
Do you Jim is encouraging bad behavior.
I know.
I'd rather see. That's not right.
No, it's not.
Although I bet Jerry would love Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he would. He would respect the fact that
That's
Shane
true.
didn't buckle. And that he's doing so well
That's
after that
true.
nightmare. He would respect that because he hates all this comedy policing.
Hates it. You see, he defended Fallon.
For
From
what?
what?
Well, Fallon got another one of these. I don't want to bring all this shit back up, but he got another one of these. Like, he's a mean boss, and the guy went public.
right.
And then Jerry's like, I was there that night. He was great. Screw you.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, these fucking
Whenever-
babies act like someone in show business is an asshole. It's newsworthy.
I know he's the head of the Tonight Show. It's stressful to get.
And there's people are sometimes guys are dicks. Who gives a fuck?
Every boss I've ever had was an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jerry had the best of intentions, but an A-list celebrity coming to the defense of the boss versus the employees, it's,
I get it.
but he had the best of intentions.
But it is still whenever in this fucking shit climate, whenever you're coming out and going, hey, look, I don't think you did anything wrong, you're still putting yourself in the firing line too.
Yes.
So
yes.
Jerry doesn't give a fuck.
No.
I mean, everyone kind of does. However, I mean, defending the head of the Tonight Show is not exactly a.
Sure.
I mean, it is Fallon.
You've survived a lot with Jerry.
Oh yeah.
There have been a lot of the fact, and I think that speaks more. Like, I don't know if Nate could survive as many crumbles as you did, because not only did you have both of those two, you followed our bad advice, but don't forget too when you opened for him and it went so poorly.
Yes.
That could have
I
destroyed.
forgot about that. Yeah.
He has to really like you to still give you the time of day.
Wow, I appreciate it. Well, you know what the key to it is? I really space it out. So I let him hate me, and then it dissipates, and then I hit him again.
Smart.
Right.
So he kind of forgets about it. I'm not bugging him every 2 seconds.
That's got to be very difficult for you.
Oh, it's so hard.
Takes a lot of
Relationships with
discipline.
people like that, you have to be prepared for some unreturned texts.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It ain't easy.
No, you start to go, what did I? And then you go, no. People just ebb and flow in your life. That's what it is.
And it might be months before you see him again, but it's okay.
I've had
You see
people
him
return my communications. I've had people not return, and it is what it is.
Yeah, sometimes it's not personal.
Nothing
Sure.
personal.
And then there's somebody who's doing that with you, and you don't even know it. There's someone who's sending you texts that's like, oh, God, Jim didn't respond.
Right. Why would
Yeah.
He's my son? Yeah.
Right.
He knows I need medicine. Yeah.
Right, but you're so wrapped up in your Jerry stuff that you're like, why is this douche bothering me? I'll get back to him when I get back to him.
Exactly.
Not realizing
Yeah.
that you've ascended. You're in the Jerry spot.
I have a text that he would love to read.
Huh?
I could tell you what you should say if you really want him to respond.
Oh, really?
Dude, I just saw the Elaine dancing episode, LOL.
He would love that.
The little kicks. Yeah. They got me. Okay. Is that all of the tickets? We good?
We gave away
All
4
right.
pairs.
Great.
All 4 pairs have been given away.
Hell yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
are you out on a full tour now?
I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm gone every weekend.
Okay.
But you've always been gone. I mean, this is what you do.
I love the road. I think the road is a marriage saver. It's a good way to still stay in love with New York because you leave enough and you come back enough.
Yeah. The travel sucks, though, man. Like the fucking airports. You don't mind it.
I don't mind. I got the lounge now. I'm all over that lounge.
Oh, 'cause
I'm
you got-
platinum and everything. I'm gold and everything. So I'm not stressing.
You got your points up.
Oh, big points. The only problem, the Ubers suck and getting there on time sucks and the security, but I'm clear, pre-check,
Yeah,
global entry,
everything.
all that crap.
Have you missed any because of weather delays?
I have, yeah. That's a bitch. And you know what sucks about that is you get hit up like it's your fault. All the fans like, I drove 2 hours, you cum guzzler. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? It's a fucking blizzard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
They
there's
call
no
you
way to
cum
totally
guzzler?
avoid it. Yeah.
Huh?
They call you cum guzzler?
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
the show works and goes on. They call me that.
Yeah. Trust me, you get used to it.
So yeah, I like the road, but also these guys, everybody's putting out a special every 8 minutes now.
That's true.
And so if you got a good hour, I say run it to the ground.
Yeah, I have a CD taped. Like I did, it was some material I just didn't put on. But I didn't want to release that for 6 months. Like just let it go out, do the road for a few months, and
Yeah, and not to get too comedy nerd talk, but don't you find that you got the hour, it's killing, do it another 6 months, you add all this great extra stuff to it that you wouldn't have had if you just
Yeah.
taped it.
yeah, I'm happy with the hour. I'm fine with where I am.
All right.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of comics that are forgetting, like, just go do a lot of stand-up.
Yes.
Don't worry about putting, like, 3 specials out a year.
Exactly.
And,
Chappelle. Yeah, well, we're in this content, this IV drip of content. Everybody thinks that they stop posting their
You don't exist
they'll die.
anymore. Yeah.
Yes.
But they won't. You won't.
No. Where was Mulaney? He put out a special, a year ago now, and he doesn't put clips up. He's not really on podcasts, but we still know Mulaney.
Yeah. He's still selling.
Yeah, he sells Coke. No, but, he's around.
Yeah.
He's married to a very attractive woman. She's quite a looker,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hot tamale.
Who's he married to?
Olivia
Munn.
That's right. Olivia Munn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I farted.
No, that's
You
okay.
gonna have kids?
I think so.
You should.
Well, somebody made a good point. They're like, what's the point of getting married if you don't have kids? I was like, yeah, that's true.
That's a really romantic
Well,
way to
I don't know
look
if I
at
can
it.
go with that.
That's true. You could adopt a little brown kid or
fuck
something.
that. Fuck that. That was why I made this decision.
Yeah, good point.
That's why?
Well, yeah, no accidents.
I thought it was more for the benefits.
I mean, that's one of the benefits. That was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
So, you think it's around the corner?
No.
Are you trying now or no?
Well, I'm blowing loads inside like a school shooter, but I don't think I'm. I don't know if I shoot blanks, unlike Alec Baldwin, or if I just if she's dead inside. So something's going on.
Have you gotten that checked out?
No, we're too scared.
You're scared or she's scared?
She's scared of finding out she's
barren.
Barren.
Gotcha.
Or
Yes.
that she married somebody. Does she want you to check your loads?
Probably, but
Not going to.
I feel like I got a good heavy load. But I guess every guy.
You don't know if
thinks
there's spermatozoa in it.
What's that?
Sperm.
Spermatozoa?
Yeah, the actual sperm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know the full term.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
That sounds like a monster in a Godzilla movie. But yeah, all right. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Because Schultz told me he had to do the cup jizz and all that.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll find out that she should not marry someone who cannot properly claim her womb.
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer.
Yeah.
At least that's a clear way out. You go, oh, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I got
Can't
no
do it.
Zoa.
Maybe she might want somebody else's semen. Not have sex with her, but buy artificial insemination.
I can't do that. That's not mine then. I
I
can't
know.
raise that kid. I'll have no love for it. No connection.
You'll have to adopt, maybe, so you're both in the same boat.
It has to be your seed to connect?
Yeah, I
see.
think so.
I see.
You know. it's like-
Adopting wouldn't work either?
No, it's got to be able to connect.
Because that Natalia Grace thing?
Who's that?
You know, the little dwarf that they weren't sure about her age?
Oh, maybe she could open at the Beacon.
That would be a big get.
How about this Gypsy Rose?
Rules.
Holy, what a
Rules.
story.
Yeah.
Rules.
I mean, sometimes you think you're a piece of shit or a bad guy, then you see that kid, he's like, I stabbed your mom, can I fuck her? Holy hell. Makes you feel good about yourself.
That's what you do. You go, you know what? At least I'm not Gypsy Rose's ex.
Yes.
Yeah. Although
He did do her a service, though.
he did her service,
so.
Her mom was a complete piece of shit.
and it would
Totally.
be a real bummer if you're spending life in jail for killing a girl's mom that you did so you could be with her,
Yeah.
and then she gets out of jail and marries someone else.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a bummer.
After a while, you probably realize this relationship is not going anywhere. When you realize you're 23 years old and you're going to be in jail till you're 80.
Right.
Is that right?
I mean, it's life. You had no
He's-
parole.
Yeah, he's doing life.
Well, he should have fucked that mom then. One last hurrah.
Yeah.
Did he want to fuck the mom?
That was the whole thing. He stabbed her to death, and he's like, can I bang her? The body? And the girl was like, nah, maybe not.
So the married life is good though.
Yeah, it's going great. The road is very helpful. Right when you start to hate each other, you leave, then you come back and you have dinner, and it's nice. And
But are you a fighter, or do you just try to avoid?
I'm a bottler. I bottle everything.
I thought you meant you just drink it away.
Oh, that too. I punch a pillow.
He builds ships.
Yeah. But I heard someone once say the key to a lasting marriage is square footage. So I think once we get in that big house, it's going to be smooth sailing. I'll just be up on the third floor. She'll be on the first.
Having space, like, you know, I mean, it's in a New York apartment, but we do have separate rooms we can be in. Fucking helps so much.
It's
She'll be on her
huge.
computer. I'll be doing my thing, and you can like have time to yourself. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I don't know how long you've been with your gal, but mine, we did the pandemic together in a studio.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
crazy.
was like a test.
My first time living with anyone was living with she was my girlfriend at the time during the pandemic. We were 15 months in a one bedroom, and we were in Montreal the whole time. It was it's crazy how long that was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, if you're gonna make this, you can survive anything.
Exactly.
I think it is funny that people are just now finding out that you're in Canada for the whole pandemic.
Yeah. I didn't
know that.
Oh yeah. I left. Travis told me, they're going to close the border. So I went up there, just figured I'd be there for a couple weeks, and I was gone for 15 months.
I remember the phone call. Like, it was like, because they announced they were going to close the border like today, like hours. Like,
I was in the car in about an hour.
Yeah.
What?
Travis told me I was on Wednesday afternoon. I was in the car in an hour.
And then it was, I mean, months and months and months and months and months. Like, every show we did during the pandemic, I was at home and Jim was in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the whole time. It was one of those things where it was because we were home anyway. It didn't affect our studio. We weren't allowed in studio. We
Sure.
had been home for about a week or two.
Yeah.
Travis and Troy were coming to my house in the morning.
That's right. That's the time frame when Travis and Troy came over for like the first couple days. And then right after that, Jim went to Canada.
But it wasn't planned. It was like I was driving up there. She was staying in Canada so I could see her while we went through this immigration process. And I would go up there every Thursday after the show, stay for the weekend, and drive home Sunday and do the show. So I was used to that route.
Yeah.
And then it just became, Travis told me that one day, and I was just in the car. Driving up, my manager's calling Canadian Border Patrol, saying, "Hey, you guys still open?" They're like, "Nah, whoever it is, tell them don't come. It's not going to get through." And the woman hesitated, but she let me through.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you were up there.
Montreal's a cool city. I mean, it's freezing.
It is. It's freezing, and they were very, very paranoid up there. Some guy emailed me. I was Rogan, and he goes, "They weren't shutting things down." I'm like, "What are you nuts? It was an 8:00 curfew. You fucking idiot! I live there.
Yeah.
Trust me."
They're even queefier than us up
Much
there.
more,
The
yeah.
Trudeau and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Much more panicky than we were here, and we were bad here. But whatever.
The only time Jim's cover was almost blown. And like because we all knew, obviously.
Yeah, my
and
friends knew, yeah.
Yeah, we were all cool. Once Jim's cover was almost blown. And it was because DeRosa
What do you say? Hey, give me a Tim Horton.
Joe DeRosa, and if you can find the show, it was so. Joe DeRosa sits. He's in studio with us, and he's like, "Well, Jim, weren't you like up in Canada for like the whole pandemic?"
Oh, classic.
I didn't mind the
Hunchback.
question.
No. And Jim goes like this. He goes like this. No, man. Nope, I wasn't. And DeRosa goes, yeah, you were. They told me you were. And Jim goes, no, I wasn't.
God.
And DeRosa goes, yes, you were. And he kept being
A
persistent.
zero hint taker.
Adopted melted candle.
The rest of us
Shooting
are in
daggers
here.
with your eyes. You're like, nope.
It was, but the question
No.
itself didn't bother me. I knew I would talk. I knew I would talk about it eventually.
Of course, but the fact that like we had done such a good job.
Yeah.
He goes,
I'm pretty sure somebody told me that.
I think you were in Canada.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Man.
But you go through that, then you're right. You can live together with someone you know. Like, all right, I can. New York will be easy compared to a 1-bedroom in Montreal in the house by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, DeRosa had the trans run in. And I was always like, why is this such a big deal? Norton covered this in '88.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy he did. I think her name is Nikki.
Yeah.
Well, what was
Nikki Fox? Is that her name? She's
I don't know.
she's very pretty. I mean,
Yeah, very pretty at
She's nice. I
Skankfest.
met her. I never hung out with her, but she was a very nice person.
I mean, it put her on the map, and it like boosted his career. I would go do shows on the road, and I'd do a Q&A in the middle of Cleveland. They're like, DeRosa trans! Like, people are yelling that out from the audience.
People don't care that I do it because I'm not. For me, it's just I've been doing it, so it's not like they didn't catch me doing it. It's not a shock. No one gives a shit.
Do you think part of the reason people are fascinated about it is because maybe they have certain questions within themselves that they want to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
If you knew the number of A-list actors, and I mean, or rapper that dabble,
Right.
I mean, so many people have told me so many different. I would never, but
Hey, you're a hero to our community.
no. Just talking about this one and that one, and it's almost like, why are they such fucking cowards, man? Like, why are you denying that you like this group? Like, it's just whatever. It's very bizarre to me.
And like, not to be weird, but it would score points. They'd get some Hollywood points.
It doesn't. Trust me.
Come on.
0.
Real? Well, you don't broadcast. You're normal about it. Everybody else would make a meal out of that shit.
Yeah,
you're not going full woke.
No, but we're doing our YouTube page, but it's not a messaging page, so it's not like, hey guys, we're here to teach.
But
We're
when
not.
somebody does a transphobic tweet, you don't get on there and go, hey, buddy, let
No.
me show you this. My wife, I love her to pieces.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Yeah, no, I don't care.
Okay.
Some of the stuff people have said to us is really funny. Some of it's just shitty, but some of it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll actually check. I don't read it, and she'll tell me something they said, and it's just it makes you laugh.
Yeah, I feel like if I was trans, I would be like, all right, to other trans people, stop bitching.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Let's live.
Yeah, the whole scolding culture is annoying.
I hate the scolding.
Yeah,
The jokes that Nikki makes about Jim when they're in company are the best.
Yeah, they're mean-spirited.
Yes.
They imply that I'm a fucking homo.
If you think there are a lot of homosexual references about Jim amongst the commenters online, you should hear his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, she's brutal.
That's the sitcom.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great to be around. It's a good energy.
What, Eddie Murphy, remember that in the 90s?
He never confirmed that, and I never heard from the person. No, I mean I believe it, but I never heard it. I never heard it confirmed other than as a rumor. Like with Eddie, I've heard rumors, but I've also heard rumors about people that weren't true. So I just
You never know.
No, but there was some people about this one and that one, and one girl was telling me, and he likes to grab his ankles and get fucked. I'm like, wow.
Whoa.
Oh.
But DeRosa confirmed it.
Oh, yeah. He was proud of it, and
Good for him.
it went around the country like a headline.
That he hooked up, yeah.
Yeah. So, screw the Tonight Show. This is like the credit.
That's right.
This really helps.
That's right.
But, when I was a kid, before trans was really a thing that everybody talked about, it was all Ladyboy. Remember the glorious Thai Ladyboy everybody would talk about? That was a buzz in the air.
Yeah, they're still around.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think they're affected by the trans acceptance? Like, oh, we had that corner. That was our thing.
Oh, meaning you can now you can get it at home.
Exactly.
So why go out?
It would fly there.
It might, maybe.
It's like when TGI Friday started selling the mozzarella sticks in the supermarket.
Yes.
Yeah, that hurt the restaurant.
100%.
Or McDonald's breakfast was all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great example too. Mozzarella sticks.
That's right.
Hard with white stuff in them. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, but the ladyboy industry, I bet, took a dip.
I don't know because now it's so aware and there's so many more.
That's true.
It might have also been like it's a huge hit. It's a huge.
Yeah, you wonder if there are people who never would have succumbed to the desire that now are like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try this.
Yeah,
And
good
so
point.
that might be
But what about the people who kind of like piggyback? Because some people are full-on trans, and then there's like, well, I'm the non-binary. I'm the whatever the hell term.
I don't understand a lot of it. I truly don't. I'm in the world because I'm married to somebody. I don't know that. I don't understand the political angles of it.
Right.
I'm not interested in any of that shit. I don't believe some of it. Some of it I think is very real. Some of it I don't think is.
Yeah.
But I don't have any more answers. I really don't know. I don't understand. I can't follow
a
it.
million questions.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah, all right. I'll call your wife.
Yeah. She won't know.
Oh, really?
She'll tell you I have no fucking idea. She just knows about herself. She doesn't run around telling everybody else
See,
shit.
that's normal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense that you wouldn't go to the committee to get the latest news.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, there's like LGB. There's 38 things now. There's a plus and an H and a burning cross. I can't keep up.
Yeah, I pay no attention to it.
All right.
Look, as long as you're sitting there at the Rangers game, enjoying popcorn like a champion,
Yeah,
you're
baby.
doing fine. Look at
Oh,
you.
is that you on the Jumbotron?
On the
Boy,
Jumbotron.
The celebrity cam was really scraping the barrel. First, it was a couple of housewives, like Real Housewives. They're like, woo, covered in Botox. Then it was Jason Priestley.
Hey.
All right. He was cute. Still looks great, by the way. And then me. So it was a real...
Did you get a huge pop?
No, I got a who?
Yeah.
It's like an owl.
It is the worst. I've been at UFC events where, like, they'll go to me to be polite. It's a couple, and it's just, I'd rather they didn't.
Of course not, because it's Trump. It's
Kid
like,
Rock.
Yeah.
I like when I'm with Matt Serra, though, because he'll get a huge pop,
Sure.
so I just I leech off it.
It's us. It's
they
us.
like us.
It's us.
Yes.
They love us, Matt. They don't. If you sit next to a turnip, they would cheer the same for him. Probably harder.
Same shape.
Just a little hurtful. Shape shaming.
Shape shaming. Yeah, but UFC, definitely the best sport.
I think so too. I can't watch anything else. I mean,
Me neither.
football I tapped out. I mean, I'll watch occasionally and it still annoys me, but that's the only one I can really watch.
And UFC guys love comics. Like that Sean O'Malley, he's retweeted my stuff, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Well, you're both warriors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just a warrior of the spoken word.
Yes, we're pushing the line back, man.
Yeah, it really is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, You're karate chopping cancel culture.
Yeah, the last line of defense. I know, it's all embarrassing.
Hey, let's tap out political correctness. Am I right?
Yeah.
That Sean Strickland guy, he says wild shit, and Volkanovski's really funny.
I don't know I love Sean Strickland. Volkanovski I've never met. I've talked to him at interview, but I've never met him.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
UFC is wild because even as they've gotten, corporate, there's a big corporate interest in there.
Sure.
They just let Dana run it how he sees fit, and Dana just goes, no, just talk your shit, do whatever you want.
I love it.
Just do good fights. Just
Yes.
put on good fights. That's it.
You'd have to do something so egregious to get in real trouble from them. Like, you'd have to be over the top.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Well, like, did you see him on Theo?
I did, yeah.
That was
I was a
fun.
great clip.
Great clip. The whole not Bowflex. What was the Peloton? He's just like, get rid of him. Get him out of the gyms and everything.
Oh, I think he meant because he cried.
He cried?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sean
cried?
Strickland cried on
No,
Theo's.
I was talking about Dana White.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Sean Strickland. Okay.
Some Peloton head did something shitty, and Dana White didn't like it. And he's like, get rid of every Peloton in the gym, and just got it all changed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
Yeah. He's a powerful guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Take his $700 $800 million from him? He's made. He can do what he wants, and he's the face of the company, and everybody
He's not only
knows
the
it.
face; it's like he's the brain. Like the
Yeah.
UFC is
Yes.
one of those organizations that, like, who else could run that successfully? Like, you have to know how to run a media company, you have to know about fights, you have to know what fights to put. There's so much that goes into it that's unique to it.
And he gets a ton of pushback, and he just keeps going. Like, he got a shit storm for COVID.
Yeah,
and just kept going.
And but he sets the tone of the UFC too. Like, just the way he goes about it is, this is what we're doing, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so the company kind of has that way forward without. Well, we're really sorry. It's very rare they have that.
Yeah.
That's helped them a lot.
No, TKO is a great company.
The slapping I can't get behind.
I don't watch it, but I mean, it's picked up, I guess, momentum because it's still going. Yeah.
All right. Well, Will Smith is doing it next year. All right. Can we still do Will Smith jokes? Is that over yet?
Yeah.
More Jim Norton and Sam Roberts after this. Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk.
We do not know what Skid Row's future plans will be. Sebastian Bach has been open about wanting to reunite with the band. What would I do? I would go like a Pac-Man in an arcade game, go around the world and scoop up every single dollar that shows up. Merch, shows, I'd go make the money.
Trunk Nation, weekdays, 3 p.m. East on Faction Talk.
Hi, it's Megyn Kelly from The Megyn Kelly Show. Get closer to the stories of the day from every angle. Political.
It's over. She's not going to be the vice president.
Legal.
If they don't stand up against this, they're complicit.
Social.
We're not allowed to weigh in on their controversial behavior or just say we don't like them.
Honest, common sense conversation with no fear.
The Megyn Kelly Show, weekdays at noon East on SiriusXM Triumph Channel 111.
And on the SiriusXM app.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Everybody's on social media. Part of the problem with that is you see everyone else living this great life. You compare your insides to their outside, and you start feeling like, my life is not good. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives. It might look like they have it all together on their Instagram, but they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. I've gone to therapy on and off for years, and it's always helpful. It's not a quick fix. It doesn't cure you. It just shows you your own patterns. It teaches you how to ask questions of yourself and how to catch yourself doing things that are either envious or otherwise going to make you unhappy. If you're thinking of starting, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/TEFT. That's TEFFT today, and you get 10% off your first month. Better, HELP.com/TEFFT.
Have you heard? Sling TV offers the news you love for less. Hey, wait, you look and sound just like me. I am you. I'm the same news programs on Sling TV for less. You mean you're me, but for less money? A lot less. I'm all the favorite news programs and more on Sling TV, starting at just $40 a month. Everything great about me, but for less money? Which makes me greater, don't you think? Get the news you love and more for less. Start saving today. Visit sling.com to see your offer. Sling.
This is professional golfer Mark O'Meara. You've heard me talk about Celebrity Greens, the company that builds championship-level synthetic putting greens at the homes of amateurs and professional golfers all across North America. Celebrity Greens is known for their great design, the use of the best materials, and the amazingly high-quality installations. Their greens look great and perform like natural greens that I've played on my entire career. Now, Celebrity Greens is looking for additional sales and construction partners. If you're involved in the synthetic turf business or a contractor looking to expand your business or an entrepreneur, give Celebrity Greens a call today. They are currently expanding across North America, and they will be opening new markets soon. And if you're an avid golfer wanting the convenience and the beauty of a custom green or a beautiful low-maintenance lawn in your own backyard, you should call them too. Contact Celebrity Greens at 1-888-507-7960 or visit them online at celebritygreens.com. Celebrity Greens, redefining private golf all across North America. Visit them online at celebritygreens.com. Celebrity Greens.
Most trucking companies are hiring, so why should you consider a move to Creek Carrier or Schaefer Trucking? Just ask our drivers.
Very simply, I wished I'd have found them in the beginning. Best company, bar none. You know, I'm able to support a house, a family, a car, and, you know, I'm able to do other things and still have, you know, revenue at the end of the week.
Visit us at creekcarrier.com or call pound 250, keyword Crete.
Sirius XM, Channel 103. Faction Talk.
Smooth so. Hey, wait. TV starting too much hassle. The last thing you would want. Take 10 at Start Etho. Delivering your product or service into one major business processes in one-of-a-kind flexible finance. Noble Gold and Value. Future results.
Mask off or the proverbial.
Well, yeah, it got to the place where because the music isn't that good. to begin with, right? So it's like she's starting to fall off. And then she just does this. I mean, it's just an exercise in pure humiliation.
Humiliating.
It's pure cringe.
Embarrassing white girl stuff.
Swish, swish, bish. That was it, right? Oh, there's the dancing backpack kid.
Her awful outfit.
Look at her go with her Beetlejuice coat on.
It's so bad. It's so...
Let's go. Ready?
She just... No?
Like, this is douchey, but it's survivable.
No, but this followed the Migos.
The Migos one is...
Migos is the worst by a mile.
It's worse than 9/11 footage.
You'd rather watch 9/11 footage? I know Mike would.
Well, you gotta get jacked up before a big game.
The Rock had to introduce it? By the way, how great is The Rock? Did we say
best,
that?
Yeah.
Just incredible.
The greatest.
She was so...
You can call him that.
Didn't one of these guys...
Yeah.
Did one of the guys got shot?
Yeah,
or
one's dead, yeah.
Wow. Was it a shooting? Was
Yeah.
it in Houston or a mall or something? It was in public space.
It wasn't a public space.
Yeah.
Oh, look at... that's it. That's the moment.
Hang on. I'll rewind it. Hang on.
Wow, she dances like Raj from What's Happening.
Yeah.
This killed her career.
It killed her.
Trying to be funny and cute. Oh.
Oh. Nobody wanted this.
And Migos was at the top of their game at this point. So
This is awful.
They thought this was like the best move.
It didn't hurt Migos much.
No.
But it destroyed Katy Perry.
Because it's terrible lip syncing and just embarrassing.
Well, it's not the lip syncing because
No, I'm just saying what I don't like
on
about
SNL,
it.
but
Yeah.
like,
I hate it.
I think it's that like Katy Perry was at one point the biggest pop star in the world. Like, where your favorite pop star is not, her style isn't exactly relevant anymore. Like, it's just starting to get off the sort of what's cool. And instead of just doing what she does and putting out good shit, she's trying to figure out what's cool and do that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel authentic.
Yes, exactly. She was trying to be in the Migos' world.
Right.
Instead of just being... There's been a lot of people that collaborated and didn't change who they were. Like, that's what makes a
100%.
collaboration great.
Collaboration is fine.
Like, as much as I hate Walk This Way, and I do think it stinks, it was still an honest collaboration from both of them. Neither of them changed who they were.
100%.
Steven Tyler didn't sing like fucking, hippity hippity hop. He fucking sang like Steven Tyler.
I mean, everybody thought that Blondie was more of like a pop rock type band, but then Debbie Harry invented rap.
She created rap.
Yeah,
she did.
So, strange things happen, and sometimes it's fine.
But I mean, like, there's people who have done it successfully. Jack White rapped successfully.
Why you even bring it up?
I didn't even bring it up that time.
I didn't say you. The point is, it was brought up. It didn't need to get brought up. It's not relevant to the conversation.
By the way, speaking of Sam is going to Tampa, can we ask Kenny, is this true?
Oh, yeah. Kenny in Tampa. Hopefully I will see you on Friday, tomorrow at Side Splitters. What's up, buddy?
Hey, boys. Speaking of stalking, I was checking out Miss Jan Terry's Instagram. And so she has a documentary premiering in Brooklyn in February.
What?
Yep.
Kenny, we're going to go to the team and see if we can confirm this.
Please do.
Is it in Brooklyn?
Yeah, Kenny says it's in Brooklyn, and Kenny
I
said
saw there was one in Chicago in March.
he saw it on Instagrams.
But also
in Brooklyn.
I mean, her trailer is 3 years old for the documentary.
Oh, thank you very much, Kenny. So the documentary is called Jan Terry, No Rules.
Fuck yeah! I seen a rule and I put it aside.
It's good that you didn't just fully get rid of it. Yeah, and she's got her shades on. What's this? Jan Terry, No Rules. That's the Philly premiere. Oh, she should do that WrestleMania weekend. She's doing that in February.
Unfortunately, the photo she posted has no other information.
Oh. Where's the venue?
Oh, wait, here we go.
Oh, wait. So did she update she deleted the original?
No, I left both of them up.
Poor Jan.
Well, there's no storage limit on Instagram, so just leave it up.
Just leave it up.
Yeah.
It's better. Better for the algo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So No Rules is premiering in Philly on the 28th of February. I mean, can't we get her in studio?
Yeah, here's what I saw. Again,
it's a good poster.
Again,
it's a good look.
Join us for a screening of Jan's classic music videos and her documentary. It's spelled wrong.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Wait.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, no. She forgot the documentary. Documentary. It's a documentary.
Yeah, but
it should be document-terri.
Yeah, because it's T-E-R-Y, which means that she didn't do it on purpose. It is just a misspelling.
No, she's on purpose. She would never be so stupid.
Can we see a trailer for the Jan Terry doc?
Fuck yeah, let's see a trailer.
Yeah.
I want to go to the premiere.
When is it? We don't know.
Well, it's in Philly, the
I'm
28th.
going to Illinois Guns Works, visit my friends over there before I say goodbye. And
Oh,
shoot a
nice.
little
She's
bit
gun
of,
shopping.
rounds.
The music's cranking.
Yeah, it's good music, too.
Oh,
She is.
She does.
Everything
Big sofa for friends.
I got it done.
Yeah.
To Molly when I was younger.
Who's that little person actor that was famous?
I mean, it's Hervé Villachez.
No, it wasn't Hervé. It was like in the 80s.
Pacino?
Tom Cruise. No.
Rich Voss? Oh, person.
I think he started as like a child star and then... Tattoo?
All right, Gary Coleman?
He already said Hervé Villachez.
Tattoo was Hervé Villachez. Gary Coleman, of course, we all know. And I mean, Emmanuel Lewis?
No. It was just... Okay, you can keep playing this. It was somebody that she looks exactly like.
Then I did some modeling when I was younger.
Excuse me. Pause. Mason Reese.
Mason Reese! Thank you, Jim. Oh, Mason Reese is up there performing.
Yep.
Mason Reese is exactly who I was thinking of. I thought you were hitting pause because she made the claim she did some modeling when she was younger.
Oh, she's not going to be in New York.
Why not?
There is a screening in Brooklyn in February. There'll be a Zoom Q&A.
What is she doing? Where is she? What premiere is she going to?
I saw a flyer that said she would be at the Chicago one. Because she lives in Chicago.
When is it? The 20th of January?
Yeah, I can tell you why she's not flying in for the premiere.
No, yeah,
nothing's going to cover the flight.
This is what I saw because it's on my birthday. So what better way to spend my birthday? Thursday, March 21st, Little Rose Tavern, a screening of Jan's classic music videos and her documentary, followed by a Q&A with Jan.
Yeah, this is at a tavern.
Yeah,
but
so
is that wait in
I'm
March?
just saying the premiere probably will not cover the cost of flight and hotel.
Is that in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll be there.
Can we broadcast live from Chicago? What if we bring the show to Chicago?
I'll put together a budget.
Yeah.
Do I have any gigs March 21st? Can we look at my calendar real quick? I mean the Jan Terry exclusive.
Yeah, like what if instead of trying to get...
You have one on the 22nd in Oklahoma City, but Chicago, you can fly out of anywhere.
That's not, and that's Oklahoma's not that far from Chicago.
No.
Oh, but I'll probably have a flight booked the 20th.
Yeah, you make changes.
You make changes.
Changes.
More things change.
Let's put a budget together. And if we can't get Jan Terry to come to the show, let's bring the show to Jan Terry.
Chicago to Oklahoma City.
It's right around the corner. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah,
it's 3 hours.
Come on, bro.
3 hour flight?
Yeah,
3 hour
not
flight.
even.
That's nothing.
Yeah, but I'll have to go day of.
Or that night.
Yeah, you can fly out that night.
Fly
What
out
if
that
there's
night.
snow? There could be snow.
March 21st, maybe.
Doubtful.
But
Chicago?
no, you could be. But again, that night, the premiere's at night. What do you think? There's a fucking midnight flight to Oklahoma? There's probably one a day.
So fly out the next
Yeah,
morning.
fly in the morning. Plenty of time. Chicago?
Oklahoma City is a big city. It's a hub. There's probably many a day.
They're actually thinking, by the way, of putting the tallest building in the U.S. in Oklahoma. It's this complex where the Thunder are going to play. There's like 3 buildings that are like 335 feet, and then one that's 1,900 feet, which is 200 feet taller than the fucking Freedom Tower. It's a really nice
That
building.
doesn't feel very patriotic.
No, but I hate when they try to fuck it. It's 1,907 feet because they got into the Union as the 46th state in 1907. Just make it fucking 2,000 feet.
You don't like themed buildings?
No, I don't.
Oh.
1,776 feet. Why? Because that's the year of patriotism. We get it. Shut up. Stop at the fucking symbolic heights. Gives a fuck.
You hate symbolic
I
heights.
hate them.
Okay.
Trust me.
I do. I believe you.
I don't fucking if you know if nothing.
Go ahead.
Couldn't get there.
No, you had it.
Nope.
Let's go back to Jan Terry.
My penis is honoring is.
Go
Nope.
ahead. No, it's right there.
It's I'm.
We're gonna get there, and it's gonna be so worth it.
And then
No,
you
I'm
can
not.
use it in Oklahoma City.
I'm running up and down the steps with dropping plates.
Just keep running on the steps. Keep running.
Hey, you want to finish this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
She does these songs, and they sort of sound like karaoke, but they're not really.
You get a phone call from them stating that
Not
they were
great
looking
mixing.
for me. And so I called up and they said, do you know Marilyn Manson? And I said, no. And then they asked, do you know Rose McGowan? And I go, no. And they said, Manson wants to know if you do him a favor.
Why would they assume?
Stuff, and you listen to her music, and she has a great ear for a hook. There's nothing
She
outside
does.
her
She
about
does
her
have a
hook.
great ear for a hook.
The verses, they sort of, they don't rhyme. But
Do you know what this documentary should be called?
What's that?
Jan Terry and a bunch of people that have zero charisma. I've never seen people lack charisma.
And now the world premiere of Jan Terry and a bunch of people who have zero charisma.
Like there's not an ounce of charisma in the group.
At least they're all mic'd properly.
I mean, it really
It's also,
is.
I mean, it's footage from different eras, clearly. Like multiple decades of footage.
Want to finish the last 30 seconds?
Yes.
she's, I don't know, it's like something magical about Jan. She just makes everything work.
True. She's got the hooks. She's got the image. She's got it all.
I want to see that. I got to see that.
We'll go to Brooklyn.
I got to see that.
I think.
No, we'll go to Chicago. Miguel in Los Angeles.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hey, I'm calling to see what's the after the break studio heat check.
Oh, it's actually
comfortable.
Or it's actually not bad for some reason.
Yeah.
Did you not peg the heat?
I did not.
I don't know.
Well, speaking about the heat, Sam, are you going to be part of the relaunch of PFG TV?
The relaunch of PFG TV? No, I haven't been reached out about this.
Oh, well, you need to get your ass on there, man.
When is this happening?
Next month.
Oh, shit. Jan Terry documentary and PFG TV is back? Yeah, this is going to be... I mean, 2024 is looking out to be a pretty slick year.
100%.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you for the info,
Yes.
Miguel.
All right, no problem, guys.
All right,
Righto.
talk to you later. Yeah, that's awesome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we'll go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Do a live show from the premiere.
Maybe you can host it.
I would love to host the premiere.
I mean, it's a tavern. It's probably... What time is it? Does it say?
Let me check.
8 p.m. till question mark.
Little Rose Tavern.
Yeah, well, you're going to air the whole documentary, so it's going to take 20, 23 minutes. And then a Q&A after, so...
Yeah, I like to write songs.
I do.
You don't think it'll be an in-depth Q&A?
I do worry about the depth of the answers. I think the Q's could all be very good. I worry about the A's.
It's in Cleveland. Excuse me.
Oh, it's not Chicago. It's
No.
Cleveland. Why did we think it was Chicago?
Somebody told me it was Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And I just blindly believed it.
Yeah.
I think it's also because sometimes her flyers get cut off with pertinent information.
That's also true, yeah.
She posts stuff on Instagram, and some of the pertinent information is not there.
This event coincides with her dog JoJo's birthday, so plan accordingly.
Oh, we wanted to do that anyway.
Oh, that's great.
We were hoping to do a live event for JoJo's birthday regardless.
What's planned accordingly? Bring a euthanasia kit?
Okay, that's not what we want for JoJo.
I don't know. Hey, Des.
Des Bishop is joining us.
Walking in. Jeez, I didn't realize I was going right into it.
Yeah, we're right in. Started with a euthanasia joke.
Oh, great. I love a euthanasia.
Yeah, me too. Always a hit.
Yeah.
Not the pun, but talking about the actual subject.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, welcome, man. How you doing?
Great. This is great. I'm delighted to be here.
We're
Thank you.
delighted to
It's
have
nice.
you.
People, it's harder to get people on radio shows now that everybody's doing podcasts. Everybody just wants to get up at noon and do a podcast in the afternoon.
Well, I'm a relic, so I prefer this. In fact, I don't feel like it's real until I'm in like a proper studio with
Right.
a lot of staff for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
But I prefer this.
I do too, because it's live. Podcasts are typically not live, so there's something about this that just feels like these people are listening.
Yeah, there's an immediacy to it,
Mhm.
and the people that interact are interacting immediately.
Yeah.
So you have to react to that. Do you take texts and stuff like that?
No, I mean, we'll have calls once in a while, but I don't. No, I mean, people can call in if they want. Sometimes the phones explode, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, we're not the most traditionally professional radio show. We go like, if you want to call, whatever. But we're not going to bend over backwards for
I
you.
feel like you guys are like if a major world event happened right now, I feel like even though this is live, you wouldn't be like right on top of it.
It would depend on what it was.
No, we'd probably be talking about Jan Terry for a while, and then Travis would go, yo,
Yeah,
like,
we tend to avoid-
45 minutes ago something happened. Oh,
Yeah.
really? I don't know.
Who was assassinated? Oh, we should probably cover that.
All right.
Oh God! Don't tease me. In this crazy world, there's a few I would.
There's so many I would love. I would cheer. Why is Jim jerking off? You haven't heard? Do you do a podcast or no? You don't do one.
I do now
Yeah.
with my wife, actually.
Right. How do you like being married?
It's good.
Yeah.
You know, she's a comedian, so we're together half the time. Which, when you tell somebody under 30, they're like, "Oh, that must be tough," and when you tell somebody over 50, they're like, "You guys are going to make it."
Yeah, that's the way to do
secret.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I got married in my mid-40s, so I'm pretty set in my ways.
Right.
So the fact that we're very respectful of like each other's space and like we support what each other does, and like if we're going to be apart for a bit of time, it's not like a major stress in our relationship. That's ideal.
Well, you have a following. She definitely has a following too. So it's
She has since we met, her following has absolutely exploded.
Who's
to
your
the
wife?
point where Hannah Berner.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The last time I was on the show, I didn't even know who she was. It's all very.
Oh,
it was
that's
pre-pandemic. Me and Ron Funches were on just with you, Sam. Jim, you were away, and my life completely changed in the interim. But the problem is that some people.
So
might
you've always said the pandemic was awesome.
Oh, the pandemic worked for me.
For me too. Me too.
It really
You guys
completely,
loved it.
Yeah.
completely changed my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
So
You're a pandemic marriage too.
Yeah. Well, no,
Oh,
I
you're
got
married?
yes, I got married after the pandemic, but
I guess.
we lived together in the
Yeah,
pandemic.
I got married after the pandemic too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's my theory on this. So Hannah and I met, and we were living together within 2.5 months because of the pandemic.
Right.
And I have a new theory that the trick is to move in straight away because you still have the euphoria of, what's the word? Infatuation.
Yes.
So you should move in together during the infatuation period. And then the toothbrush, all the stuff that gets annoying, you kind of get to live with each other before that stuff would irritate you.
You navigate it early enough when you're still friendly and excited.
Exactly.
So it gets navigated and it doesn't become a roadblock.
You're never more willing to make compromises than in the beginning.
Exactly, and it's hormonal. I
You're
looked it
excited.
up. Honestly, I was so when I met her, I was so deeply infatuated. Maybe the pandemic had something to do with it. You're on your own, you're isolated. Suddenly I met somebody. It felt like I'd never felt such a powerful emotion.
How'd you meet her?
I was following her. I didn't even know that she followed me back. And then in the pandemic, I found out she was isolating near me. So I just slid in the DMs and I was like, "Hey, do you want to meet for coffee?" And she was like, when I saw she was near me, then that's when I noticed she was following me. So I was like, "Oh, she knows who I am." I DM'd her and we met up for coffee.
Wow. Did you know
But
immediately?
I was so infatuated that I actually Googled the hormones of love because I actually almost couldn't. No, I couldn't handle. I'm not even kidding. I couldn't handle it. I was looking up the science behind how I felt.
I've got to justify this. This is absurd.
But there's a lot. I can't. I'm not an expert on it, so I'm telling your listeners right now. Not right now, but after the show, Google it because it's actually amazing how much happens to you hormonally. So as much as you think that it's some sort of like spiritual deep thing, your body does actually have a reaction.
It's built to do it.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is move in together while the hormones are covering up all the stuff that might become a problem later on.
Right.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense because I've had relationships where like it's like the greatest thing ever, and then there was multiple times a 3-month cutoff where almost to the day at 3 months I was like, oh, something just snapped, and I go, oh, this sucks. I'm over this completely.
Yeah, that's what happens. The hormones disappeared. Now I have to be honest. For a long time in my life, that was about 5 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
which was part of my problem. I hate to rap myself out for being a dirty dog, but I had a long time where the infatuation would fade too quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it didn't fade with Hannah, and it worked out.
So your first date's a coffee date. Do you what do you think when she walks in?
Pandemic coffee date too.
Yes. So do you immediately go like, oh, like did it click the second she walked in?
So I won't make it a very long story, but it was the pandemic. So she was isolating with her parents in Shelter Island out in Long Island. So she had to get a ferry to meet me. So and she doesn't drive. So I was picking her up off the ferry. So that in itself is unique. It sounds rom-comish. So anyway, I pick her up, but she's sweating and she's pissed off because her parents dropped her off early because they had to play golf. So she ranted for like 2 minutes about how annoying her fucking parents were. Now, she is younger than me, but not as young as this sounds.
Yeah.
and the minute she finished her rant about her parents, I took a risk and I said, well, at least your parents are alive. As a joke.
Yeah.
And she thought that was hilarious.
That's great.
And we
That's
immediately bonded because that's a risk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, big risk.
She could have been like, wow, that's a weird thing to say. But she thought it was hilarious. And immediately we were like, talking about comedy, and we were just hitting it off. And like, I honestly feel like before we even got to Sag Harbor where we were having lunch, I thought, why the fuck didn't I date a comedian before? Oh, sorry, did I just drop
Yes, it's fine.
Oh, sorry. Why did I not date a comedian before? Like, I was anti-comedian dating. I thought it was a bad idea. Never shit on your own doorstep. But actually, we never stopped talking. So by the time we got to the restaurant, I knew. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. This sounds so cheesy, but I literally knew that she was the one.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did she
Before
know?
the date even really
And
started.
I don't believe like in the spiritual, the one, in that like I feel like there are numerous other people I could have met out there in the world, and they might have also been the one.
Right.
But I knew that this was like a serious connection.
Did she know it? Like, if you talked to her, did she feel it, or did she take a little while?
I think she was a little more cautious because she had a few things going on. She still had to go into a reality show. She had a thing going on with a guy in there, so she was a touch more cautious.
Right.
But I was pretty confident. You know? Now, again, it may have been the pandemic. It may have been my mother had died the year before, and then I had just spent March to July in splendid isolation. I was like the Buddha.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I may have been more open. Finally, I had stopped resisting physical, a deep connection with somebody.
Right.
Jim, I know you know what I'm talking about.
I certainly do. But for me, the hormones tend to leave. Like, I still
How
love.
quick?
I mean, not long,
right?
And they're replaced by loathing and indifference. So
I mean, but the hormones do fade. Like Hannah and I, we obviously got past the infatuation phase, and we've been through our challenges. But on the flip side of that, you just also, and nobody likes to talk about the practicalities of a relationship or like the realities of love, but like. The stuff that's not hot and sexy, just like having somebody to hang with, just like all the companionship stuff, it's actually the real bit that matters.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the infatuation had lasted any longer, I would have been committed. I couldn't handle it.
I know it becomes overwhelming, but like just comforting. Like, my wife was depressed last night, and just laying with her and comforting her. Like, yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what's the problem? And she didn't want. And then she's like, you're ugly.
I can see where that would be tough for her.
Yeah. So I left the room and she felt better.
Yeah, that's it.
What was do you remember how long into it was your first fight?
Oh.
And was it when you started off at such a high?
Yeah.
Like, I think my wife and I had fought because we talked online for a long time, like FaceTime. So I think we had fought before we even met.
That's good.
Yeah, we got it out of the way. But it was weird. Do you remember, was the first one, was it a big one or a small one?
Our first really big fights, I can't remember the exact first fight, but our first really big fights were around this reality show she was on. I mean, I won't get into too many details. It was quite stressful at the time, but she was really getting annihilated. It was not going well for her on the show. And that stuff was pretty heavy. And, you have an inclination in that situation, because we all know, right, that when the heat comes down online, it's very stressful.
Yes.
And you want to fight. You want to fight the power. But you can't win, right? It's just a relentless onslaught.
It's a flood.
And you have to just step back. And that created a lot of tension in our relationship. And that was that's the weird thing of the professional, the professional understanding that we have for each other is a bonus most of the time. But in a situation where you should just back off, and then they don't listen to you, then you get into that stupid thing of like, I told you not to fucking respond, and you responded, and now I'm dealing with the after effects. And so that we had some fights around that, and we did get through that too. And you learn, obviously, she learned about like the online stuff, and I also learned that you have to have empathy, because I've been a little I've been longer in the business, and like I made the same mistake she made.
You got to let someone make their own mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in fairness, she's gotten way better all that stuff than I have. And her career has really exploded since we met, so she's had to deal with a lot more of that than I have.
She sells out a lot of shows. You hear her name all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she's doing very well.
So, at what point were you like, if you moved in at 2.5 months, you knew from the jump, but at what point did you go, okay, no, we can do, or what point was she like, yeah, I'm serious enough about this?
We talked long term pretty quick, you know. She got out of filming that show. She moved in pretty quick, and we were just. It was almost like the great unsaid that we were like Endgame. We both knew, and we joked about engagements pretty early, and actually. In a hot tub one night, we talked about that I would like to have kids, which I really regret saying that.
Yes.
Because now she's hitting me for false advertising.
Yeah.
So that's those hormones. Those hormones.
That was the hormones.
That's the hormones gotcha.
That was the cortisol or whatever other fucking hormone was running through my. I need an endocrinologist to sit with us. I don't need a marriage counselor. I need an endocrinologist to say, listen, that was anybody would say anything with the shit that was going on in his body.
I wasn't lying. There's a scientific reason that I said what I said then.
He was leaking clear stuff. He's not responsible.
I was pre-cum all day, every day for 3 months. So anyway, so it was pretty quick. And I proposed Valentine's Day of 2021. So we met in July of 2020. I proposed within 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and we got married the following year. We got married in May 2022.
I see an engagement for about a year.
Yeah, we had a long. We nearly did a quickie. And then, thank God, something happened, and we backed out of that, which was good, you know, because we had some time, and the wedding was great, and all that. Anyway, blah blah.
Did you had a full? I haven't had a full wedding, just a kind of the paperwork thing. We had to do a full wedding, but you did it during the pandemic, the whole wedding.
No, we did 2022,
Oh.
and originally we were going to rush because the pandemic was on, and that's a great way to sneak a small wedding without anybody getting offended,
right?
Because a lot of politics to weddings.
Sure. Yes.
Now we avoided a lot of the politics, but we did end up having a larger wedding than we originally planned. I mean, it wasn't ridiculously large, but it was over 150, and it was great. But it did end up being like a proper wedding.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the other, when you get married when you're older too. It's just more and more people get added to that invite list.
Yeah, and then we both had to make speech. I mean, honestly, our wedding was just like a big performance, but not like in the wedding zone, just more like in we wanted our speeches to be awesome, and we wanted to like light it up on the dance floor.
Oh, really?
You know? Yeah.
Did you take dance lessons?
No, because I had hip surgery. Anyway, whatever. Every now and then, Hannah gets the harsh reality that she's dating an older man.
Oh, you did hip surgery? Did they replace it?
No, I just got the impingement surgery. You know, they shave a bit of the bone.
What's impingement?
Like, you know, your hip ends up with like a bone spur, basically, so you lose mobility. And I had a probably unnecessary surgery, which hasn't really helped. But
it's still bothering you.
It's still bothering me. I would consider it to be not a 100% failure because it didn't make it worse, but certainly a failure in that it didn't make it better.
Oh,
so there's a lot to go through to not get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, anyway, I had that, and then, you know, I can't. Her joke, I actually, you know, we rated each other's speeches, and overall my speech was like more laughs, but she had the biggest laugh for one joke.
Yeah.
And her joke was, oh, you know, Dez's friends came over, the guys he went to college with, and it's been great watching how much fun they have together. And I thought to myself, wow, it would have been great to hang out with these guys when they were in college. But then I remembered I was in kindergarten, and it was a mic drop.
Yeah,
and my brother was very annoying. He was next to me, and he was like, "Oh, she got you, bro. You got to take that shit. She got you."
It's true.
Suddenly, my wedding became Reddit. I was getting fucking trolled. I was getting trolled by my own family.
I'm way older than my wife, and I fucking talked to her father about Kiss. It's the best.
You like that?
Well, I'm in between. I'm in between Hannah's age and her parents' age. So on either side, we have some stuff that we relate to each other with. And her parents are very cool, which is a bonus.
That's what I was going to ask. Were they cool from the beginning?
Oh, yeah, we got on great.
Or did you have to sell yourself?
No, I didn't. We got on great straight away.
That's great.
I met them immediately after she finished filming that thing, and we got on great, and we've gotten on great since. And you know, I don't have any parents. My mother was a pain in the ass. She really was she was a great person, but she was a lunatic, caused a lot of stress throughout our lives. And Hannah keeps saying, your mother would have loved me. And I was like, listen, it's 50-50, and I'm going to say you're lucky that you're never going to find out.
Well, she was, wow.
Because listen, it was sad. I did feel sad that my parents weren't there, but like, there's pros and cons. I could tell you that.
Could be for the best. It could be for the best.
It just makes life a lot less complicated.
What did she, was she narcissist? Was she angry, or what was it?
Oh, she was definitely angry.
Okay.
She was definitely angry, and she was, she had a high level anxiety, but we didn't talk about anxiety. So I thought it was normal. It's only later on in life that I realized it's not. Especially when your friends start having kids and you go, oh, shit. You don't have to be raised in absolute chaos 24/7.
What was your dad like?
He was very calm. He was like the, but he wasn't that. He was a good guy, but he wasn't that involved. Well, he couldn't be that involved. My mother was tough. So he was like took a back seat, and I wrote a book. It's all very heavy. When I get into my parents' lives, it gets very heavy, very fast.
No, it's interesting.
But I did write a book. I wrote a book about my dad called "My Dad Was Nearly James Bond" because he had an audition for James Bond back in the on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Long time ago in London.
Oh, wow.
Because my dad lived a lot of his life in England, raised in Cork in Ireland, but lived a lot of his life in England. But anyway, he was viciously abused by his mother to the point where she was imprisoned. Oh, good, you guys are quick. He was in prison. She was imprisoned for child cruelty. And then my father was taken off of his father because he was considered unfit to be a parent because he didn't stop it. So my father actually was in foster care for a lot of his latter childhood.
And back then, to go to jail, you have to be a shit parent. Like, you know what I mean? In the 50s or whatever that was.
You get away with a
now
lot.
it's a little different. But back then, man, they didn't really fuck with parents that much for abuse, hitting their kids or whatever.
And I found the articles. I went over and I couldn't find them, but then I got a better date off my aunt who's still alive in Australia. And I couldn't go. I sent my friend over. I paid him to go back to Bexhill in Sussex in England. And he found the articles. I had the actual articles about my grandmother being imprisoned. And then, which was common then, she had a lobotomy. So then in my dad's like 20s and 30s, his mother was like calm sometimes, but then not calm all the time. So my dad dealt with like severe mental illness in his childhood, and he survived all that. And he was a very calm, very unviolent. He never hit me, never ever. But I do think that he obviously couldn't, he didn't want any drama, so he didn't really stand up to my mother.
He didn't deal with it.
And he married someone just like her, almost,
Amen, bro.
Yeah.
But I always feel like that was like, I think he made peace with that towards the end. And in fairness, my mother, before she died, because my mother died 2019, so my dad died 2011, so there was 8 years. And in fairness to my mother, because I did a show about her too called Mia Mama, which was just a live show. Which was different because it was about her being dead. This show was actually about my father getting sick. So I wrote this when my dad was alive. Anyway, the show about my mother is a lot more honest about growing up with that. I think these days you call it narcissism, a high-level anxiety. But my mother, after my father died, she was kind of left on her own. As I say, when my father died, he was the last one left she could control. So for the first time, she had to deal with herself.
Right.
And in fairness to her, she stood up to the challenge, and she did actually go and get help. And she was, in fairness, she died with remorse. I wish she could have come full circle, but she died with remorse. I don't think she felt 100% that she had been forgiven, which is a little bit of a regret of mine. But also, it takes time.
Yeah.
It was only a short period of time from when she really kind of opened up about, the way that she was. But I have a lot of empathy for her because she also had a horrific childhood. But I don't know what kind of podcast this is turning into.
I feel like we're helping you unpack that.
Hey,
I think this is good for you.
Did you ever meet your grandmother?
The only time I saw my dad's mom was lying in state. She died in 1997.
Oh, so you never actually talked to her?
I never talked to her. I never knew her. My other grandmother I was very close with. She died in 1998, but that was my mother's mother from Ireland. We grew up with her.
Right.
In fact, I was actually had to go on stage that night in Cork. I was already doing comedy when she died. I had to go on stage that night, and then I flew back to New York. But anyway, my dad's mom, it was just very unfortunate. I mean, imagine lobotomies like as a normal treatment.
It's nuts to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to come here to promote my special on YouTube, but I really feel...
What's it called?
It's called Of All People.
Yeah, it's out now. It's on YouTube. It's Of All People.
It's a passive-aggressive title because I went to the MTV Music Awards with Hannah a few months ago. And, I'm pretty well known in Ireland, so it got picked up in like the Irish, little gossipy mags. And there was a picture of me and Hannah, and then the first line was, Des Bishop, of all people, showed up at the MTV Music Awards. And I was like, you know what? That's a great title for a special.
Of all people.
Because it's kind of passive-aggressive. And I'm not mad at her because I kind of like that. I like the Irish sort of passive-aggressive sarcasm. So Des Bishop, of all people, is on YouTube now, and it's quite funny. I don't really get into any of the heavy stuff. I do have one dead mom joke in there.
Okay.
That I took out of Mia Mama, but
you got funny stand-up. I mean, every time I've seen you kill. So I mean, whatever you're doing, I'm sure is working. You talk about what you want to talk about.
oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm a big fan. You know, in fact, I don't know if you're an anti or pro Hannah Gadsby Nanette, but I have you got Des Bishop of all people. He's got it.
Des Bishop of all people.
Of all people,
rocked up the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, before you get into Hannah Gadsby, could you scroll up just a little bit? Did you have to find okay, we're going to the VMAs, I got to have a rock and roll suit. I got
a stylist
cool.
for the first time in my
You
life.
did?
I've never had a stylist before.
And how did you feel? Did you feel good or silly?
Amber Samurglia, she's on Instagram. She was awesome.
And she made you feel good? You felt good in your clothes?
I felt good. I never would have left the suit open without a belt.
Yeah.
You know? And they're so particular. They tailored the shirt, and she was like, yeah, just make sure that your hands in your pocket when they actually gave me instructions on how to take the photo.
Hands in pocket?
Yeah, in
I
fact,
guess so.
I was so bad. I apologized to her because the shirt wasn't perfect, because when I put my arm around Hannah, it sort of made a few squiggles in the thing. There's no more picture. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So
That's
I
a
told
good
her
picture.
that I wasn't happy with the wrinkles in the thing, but that's and Hannah had her own stylist, very happy with the.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
We pass as a celeb couple.
Yeah, rock and roll couple.
Why hands in the pockets? What is that?
That was just I don't know.
It's probably just so your hands don't look weird.
Yeah, just dangling or whatever.
Yeah.
Ape hands. Yeah.
But it is wild that stylists go beyond just picking out the outfit and are actually coaching people.
Yeah,
because
she was awesome though.
Such an awkward scenario when you're on the carpet. Can we take your picture? And you're like,
And I bought the suit thinking I'd wear it again. But it's funny, at the MTV Music Awards, I felt very normal. But in other situations, I just feel like the monotone blue is just a bit too.
It's a lot of blue.
A lot of peacock. Yeah, but it looked great. It was great for the picture. That's all we did.
Yeah.
We actually went into the awards and we were like, fuck this, and we left.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually go to the awards, but we did the red carpet.
Who was hosting?
God, I can't even remember.
Who
we
that
didn't
was
even
this
stay
year?
for the beginning.
Or the last?
Yeah,
the
last
one?
ones that just went.
It's
funny because
wasn't Drew Barrymore supposed to do it, but then she dropped out because of the
all
whole
that
strike, so they didn't really have a host.
Maybe they didn't have a host.
Puff Daddy got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's right.
And it's
That's
been
right.
nothing but bad shit about him since.
It really was. It was just like
I thought that was why he got it.
Yeah, the Illuminati was like, you know how to do it.
He really did sneak in at the finish line for that Lifetime Achievement Award.
yeah.
It feels like the next day.
Literally, the next day, people were like, okay, it's time to talk about Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Now, did you you mentioned Hannah Gadsby. Did you like it or not like it?
So I brought that up in the context of people get very upset and say it's not stand-up. And I say, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, at the end of the day, it's a performance. I didn't know we had such a rigid form.
Yeah.
I only brought it up in the context of I have done some, not all, some shows about death and, tough subjects. So, I thought Hannah Gadsby's show was amazing. But I can understand if you went to it just for, laughs, you might freak out. But I always defend her at the table because I feel like people get overly upset because I did not know that we were part of such a rigid artistic form.
I think what people, I had mixed feelings about, I thought the stand-up part was good. I think she's funny. She's a good joke writer. You can't say she sucks. I thought there was some funny stuff in her special. And then it became a TED Talk, and I'm okay with a one-person show. But what I didn't like about it was the idea of saying, I'm changing comedy. I thought there was an arrogance to it that was unwarranted. You're not changing comedy. You're just doing kind of a one-person show. It's very common what you're doing, and it's good. But don't overrate what you're doing as this thing that none of us can get. You're the oasis of free.
I get what you're saying. Now, my memory is not 100% on this, but was that arrogance coming from her, or was that what was being written about afterwards?
She said it, I think, even in the special. Something about,
Did she?
Yeah, or afterwards. She did reference it.
Because I remember being annoyed by some of the reviewers being like, this will change comedy.
I hated
was
that
no,
too.
Yeah, but I'm fine. I'm very happy to be annoyed at reviewers for any reason at all. I like any excuse to find them annoying. But at the same time, I have Can I, full disclosure,
Please.
I am blinded by the fact that I haven't seen her in recent times, but I was very friendly with Hannah Gatsby, and she's an incredible golfer, which a lot of people don't know.
Very good at
And
golf.
Yes, she played youth competitive golf in Tasmania. So we were quite friendly, so I was sticking up for her from that.
Well, when you know someone, it's different, though, because you know the person. You're like, no, they're a nice person. Like, it's much easier when you know a person, because the things that annoy us about people publicly, a lot of times when you know someone, you're like, no, I know that person. They're not, they're
You can maybe
nice.
place their intentions a little bit differently.
Yeah, but I didn't think she stunk. I thought she got way too much. Like when she said things like, when Louis C.K. still has fans, that means I have more work to do.
Oh, that kind of
stuff like
Yeah,
that I felt was a little self-important, and it's like, just do it. Like, I'm fine with you saying what you want to say, but the rest of us are not just pretenders while you and the truth forge ahead.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit of I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt that a little bit of hubris comes with the explosive fame.
Possible,
and
yeah.
Let's face it, it was pretty provocative.
I thought the stuff she did about the art stuff was really interesting, and it was funny.
And that's she has a long history of doing art comedy shows on top of her own shows.
I thought it was
all that
very
stuff
unique.
all that stuff is authentic.
Yeah, and I was like, and she was doing things like just as a stand-up, like she's a stand-up. She was kind of like laughing as she was talking. Like, it wasn't this. I expected to really hate it, and I didn't even mind the serious stuff. I just prefer, like, when you look at the way Pryor talked about serious stuff or other. I like when people do it, but not necessarily tell you my story is important. Like, people will know that when you tell it.
Yes.
But again, I didn't kill her like everybody else.
And again, I only brought it up in the context of I don't like these arguments that stand-up is so rigid. I won't name the comedian, but I once had an argument with a well-known comedian.
Is he Jewish?
She was not Jewish.
Just questions guys ask to give away who they are. Black?
She, very good comic, a comic I respect, was adamant that visual punchlines, like slideshow punchlines, was not stand-up. And I was like, why would you be so rigid about the fact that if you show a picture and it's funny that's a punchline? It's just essentially it's like another language. I don't understand why people get so upset.
Yeah, and that's also it is stand-up. Maybe it goes more into like a one-person show, but that's also comedy and it's stand-up and it's all fair. It's all
you know that my career has mostly been in Europe, and then as a result, the rest of the world, where the line between stand-up and one-man show is not defined. It's much more defined here, I've noticed.
Yeah. I think I don't like the because nobody set up that definition.
Right.
Nobody set up exactly what defines it. Does it have to be a certain number of jokes per minute? Are there certain topics? Are there comedy is supposed to be the spot for free speech, right?
But what I will say is that when you come to the States, you do realize that on the flip side of what I'm talking about, the pressure in an American comedy club to be punchier and quicker is actually a great skill. So I can appreciate sometimes where an American comic would be like, this is bullshit, you're relying too much on narrative and you're getting away with murder, and I don't respect that. That I can understand because now I feel that myself, but that's only after coming over here and feeling the flip side. Honestly, I can't even watch a lot of my old stuff because I'm like, Jesus Christ, will you ever get to the punchline?
Yeah, we all do that at times. A little too much leading up to. Everyone is guilty of that. Like, you just lead up to something too much as opposed to just kind of, like, and again, Carlin's a good example of a guy who at times would talk and get, like, as he got older, he talked a little bit more. But then when he got to the punchline, it was usually worse the way. And I just loved him, so I didn't care.
Right.
I'm like, what an interesting thinker.
100%. And I think both forms are valid in the right place. But
it's all valid.
This is a fun inside baseball chat. I hope.
Yeah, but Hannah got beat up for she's not she's a comic and she's doing her she has a huge audience. So who cares? Just if you like her, great. If you don't.
Yes, and again, like I said, I brought that up more just about there's different types of shows, and it doesn't matter if they're stand-up or not. If they're good and interesting and at times funny, then that's fine.
I know what I didn't like about though, since you brought it up, and it is when she talked about self-deprecation. And acted like it was a tool that shouldn't be used. I forget how she said it, but it was something about, I am not going to make fun of this or myself. I forget how she referenced it. It's been a couple of years, but I remember it annoyed me on principle. Like, just saying that like this is the higher form of the
Yes.
art. And I was like, no, it's not. I mean, that's how you choose to deal with it. But don't act like taking very agonizing things and making fun of them and holding them up to ridicule, because that's how you deal with them, is somehow a lower form of what you're doing. That's where I think guys turn on her a little bit. It wasn't the, hey, she's not a comedian. It was like, don't act like you're doing something that the rest of us don't comprehend.
Yeah, especially if we're not saying you're not a comedian. Don't say what we're doing is wrong.
And it's not even accurate.
Right.
Like it's very, very easily debatable.
Yes, and overly antagonistic and unnecessary.
Yeah, and the greatest crime, false.
Well, as we know in our business, that has not been a problem. In fact, it's never been less of a problem.
We all lie
for some
a little.
reason.
We all
for
lie
some
a
reason.
little.
Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be totally true. We all bullshit a little bit about, sometimes just being funny is, I don't need this. It's not my job.
I know.
Yeah. I'd
But
like
you
to
know
hear it
what?
at the
Though,
end of
and
the
that
show,
was, in
but-
fairness, that was a phase. There was a little too much of that for a period of time. I feel like we've stepped away from that in a way, which is good.
Yeah, I think it's cool what's happening. Do you see Jon Stewart got the Daily Show gig again?
Once a week, I think.
Mondays.
Yeah.
But what's also though a part of that story is that he's going to host the Daily Show every Monday through the election cycle, but also I think he's like running the show.
He's
now.
executive producer.
Yeah.
And he's going to stay on even past that. So he'll be the EP showrunner, whatever, for while he's there, and then also all through 2025.
Well, of course, Apple, is anybody surprised that they stuck their dumb faces into a show and then want to control guests? They wanted to control the subject, but of course they did. Of course.
How great was it, though, that he was like, I guess we're not going to do the show then.
Yeah, he's Jon Stewart. He's got the money. The only problem is, like, The Daily Show, there's no residuals for that because you're not re-showing it.
I mean, he's,
I'm sure he's got money.
I don't think he's motivated by money now.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
But he's got money. But how much is he-
he's missed. I mean, I've enjoyed some of
He
those
is missed,
guests.
yeah.
I've enjoyed some of those guest hosts, but I feel like at this juncture, no matter what side of the political divide you're on, it requires a skilled stewardship throughout the next difficult few months. I would think.
Yeah.
And he's the right guy.
And it also, I think, like when you're talking about stuff, I mean, everybody is just so like fired up politically now that his foundation is so strong that you're not going to be able to shake him. Like he's going to say stuff that hyper liberals are going to get upset about. He's not going to shake it.
Mhm.
He's going to say stuff that super conservatives are going to be pissed about. It's not going to shake
It's
him.
like Bill Maher in a way, where liberals have gotten so radical that guys who are very liberal like him and Jon Stewart, they seem very rational because they're not language cops. They're not
Right.
scolders.
And Bill Maher the same way in the sense that like his foundation is so strong.
I
that,
love
like,
Bill Maher.
There's no getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Like he's going to say whatever he wants, however he wants, and that's what it's going to be.
Well, there's one word he almost lost his gig for, but aside from that,
But within reason.
there was one bit of fake
Within
outrage.
reason.
But yeah.
The one thing that I love living here now, but the one thing I miss about Ireland, and also you're exposed to the UK media all the time, is that there's just a lot more real debate, confrontational interviews, and I feel like that has kind of left us here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Everyone just gets interviewed in their place where they know they're not going to get challenged, and the odd time where they do get challenged, it becomes mayhem, and then that becomes viral because either somebody walks out or somebody's a liberal cuck and asked a difficult question.
Or that what's happened is people are taught that if you interview somebody incorrectly, like Megyn Kelly, who was fired for actually asking a legit question, or Sharon Osbourne, who's fired for defending Piers Morgan, like you're learned that by asking certain questions or even taking a soft point of view just to ask the question can get you fired. So I think interviewers are a lot more hesitant to go down certain roads too. It's publicists are pussies, afraid their client's going to be embarrassed, and interviewers are even more nervous because they're like, I'll get fired if I act like I'm backing this up by questioning it.
And people are playing to their bases more now than ever, too.
100%.
Everybody plays to their bases, and also the idea of not platforming people
Yes,
is bigger than it's ever been.
100%. Although it's funny, the internet is so quick that those holes, you deplatform somebody, but other platforms come in and replace it very quickly.
That's
so
right.
actually, I feel like not too many people are losing their voice, and all the cries about the mainstream media. Let's face it, the mainstream media is a second tier media now.
Yeah.
When everyone complains about the mainstream media, you're actually complaining about the less important media.
Yeah.
My only concern is that half of the non-mainstream media, their whole content base is critiquing the mainstream media. But what's going to happen when the thing that they critique disappears?
That's true.
I think the
Because we're
problem-
not going to have any reporting. We're getting less and less reporting of news and more just critiquing of the reporting.
Yeah, reporting on the reporting.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I think the hatred of the media is more like, we know that we're assholes. Like, everyone knows Twitter is full of assholes.
Yes.
But yet the press doesn't acknowledge that they are also assholes. I think if they understood what we understood about them, people would like them more. Like, if they're like, we're a bunch of dumb, biased fucks.
Yes.
We do our homework, and in some cases our opinions wreck it. I think people would go, all right. Because everybody knows when you're talking to some guy on Twitter where he stands, because he'll tell you.
Yes.
You know, he doesn't pretend to be unbiased.
Yeah, it's just, but it's almost too late for it.
Forget it.
Oh, now
You
it's
know?
too late.
We're too late.
Because you know what it is? I feel like before you would be trying to win over people that perhaps don't agree with you, whereas now you know that there's no point.
No.
You know, what's the point? There's no point for Biden or Gavin Newsom to go and try to win over some MAGA people. There's no point for Trump to go and try to, win over somebody that likes to watch CNN. It's just
Although
not gonna...
Don Jr. had a good way of winning over someone who used to like Gavin Newsom.
What was that?
Oh,
yeah.
Kimberly.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Don
That's
Jr.
a good one. That's a good
is
one.
dating
That's a good one.
Gavin Newsom's ex-wife.
Oh, I did not know that.
Kimberly
That's a good
Guilfoyle,
one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I knew.
God bless Trump Jr.
I'm embarrassed.
That's was it his ex-wife,
That's
right? Kimberly, she's
Kimberly
beautiful
Guilfoyle,
too.
yeah. She used to be
Guilfoyle,
like
yes.
she was on Fox News for a while.
She
or
was,
something.
yes.
Yeah.
There has been quite a number of presidents whose their children haven't been great. I feel like the Obamas and maybe the Clintons were reasonable.
Hunter Biden rules.
The Bushes.
You're a big Hunter guy.
You bet I am.
The Biden has Hunter, which is horrific. Trump has Don Jr.
I like.
And then
I'm friends with Don, so I have to.
Oh, you're friends with
I
him?
love Don. Yeah.
Okay. And then Bush had
Jenna.
Remember she got busted for weed or something? Which,
Yeah.
no, come on.
Or
And Bush,
drinking at a
by the way,
party.
Bush himself was the
Yeah,
child
he
of a
was
president.
Degenerate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he?
One of the Obamas got busted smoking weed too, right?
I don't know. It's almost a rite of passage for a presidential kid now,
Especially
to
when
get
you're
into
a
a
kid.
little
It's
trouble.
like, if you're a kid.
Yeah, Chelsea Clinton was like away at college and she was muling ecstasy in her rectum.
But she's a kid, is the point.
She didn't know any better. She was 27.
What are you going to do when you're flying from Paraguay? You got to do what you got to do.
Oh yeah, Mario Obama appears to be smoking pot at Lollapalooza. I mean, it's just
appears to be a normal teenager.
Yeah,
at Lollapalooza.
yeah. But I do think the Obama's family is a pretty stable family. Like,
Yes.
They come across that way.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, a lot more than
You feel like there was good parenting going on from the get-go.
Biden's family is strange. There's a strange sexual thing there.
Oh yeah.
Like, because the daughter wrote stuff in the like she left her fucking thing in rehab or something, her diary, where she said, I took strange showers with my dad that would have been considered inappropriate.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, Ashley.
Yikes.
And that was, somebody got a hold of that, and I don't know why they won't reprint it. Maybe it's considered stolen, so they don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
But it was weird. There's a weird sexual thing, it seems like.
I mean, a lot of tragedy. That's what.
100%. Yeah. And Hunter, like, look, who among us would behave if our father was vice president and president? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You
All
know?
I can say is I stopped drinking and doing drugs when I was 19, and I'm very happy that there was no phones during my active period.
I do it, or Twitter.
Oh, my
Imagine
God.
Twitter. Oh,
You think you would have been bad?
I was the worst. You fucking people. I was awful.
Oh, yeah, because you were still drinking when you were like a public figure.
No, I wasn't. I quit when I was 18.
Oh,
so
okay,
I was
so you're
kind of like you.
similar- yeah,
Yes,
okay.
I didn't have to deal with that and ruin. I've just faded. I haven't
Or
ruined my career.
Snapchat, like Snapchats before I went to bed.
Uh-huh.
All my resentments with the freedom of alcohol in
Yeah,
me.
thinking it just disappears.
Because like I used to grumble. I remember walking home in Cork when I was first year at college, and I'd be like fucking talking to myself, and I was like, fuck, like drunk. I was like, fuck it, that's it. I'm not fucking stopping boozing anymore. Fuck these people. Fuck. And I would have been Snapchatting that.
Yes.
Well, for sure.
Thank God.
People need to hear this.
Yes. Thank God. All my friends would have been like, what the fuck's the matter? Well, actually, there'd be none left. I don't even know why I think I'd be Snapchatting my friends.
What year did you stop?
95.
Oh, okay.
How old were you when you started?
12.
12.
Yeah, but not like, I mean, I wasn't the greatest kid, but I wasn't like a particular tearaway. I just happened to be the youngest guy in our crew in Flushing, Queens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the oldest guy, Joe Lane, was 17, and I was like the last. The the next guy younger than me was like the oldest of the next kind of gang of guys that hung out.
I forgot you grew up in New York.
Yeah, Flushing, Queens, man. Yeah.
And how old were you when it started to be a problem?
Well, my mother told me I was an alcoholic at 14. But, she was the child of alcoholics. My father was an alcoholic. She had also stopped drinking because she had a problem. So there was a lot of alcohol paranoia. So I got caught drinking when Mother's Day, 1990. My parents came home and I was lying on the kitchen table in my own puke. And my father,
on Mother's Day of all days.
My father, they came back from a wedding. My father, God love him, was like, "No, he's not drunk." He was like in such denial, But anyway, she told me the next morning, which Mother's Day was the next morning, and she was like, "You don't know it yet, but you're an alcoholic. You have a problem." So she made me paranoid from 14. But 17, I went to my first meeting, knowing, because I had beaten up my best friend and I had just left mayhem in Dublin and then flew back to New York the next day for Easter vacation of 1993. And my dad was like, "I'm going to a meeting." And I was like, "Can I come?" And when I was at the meeting, I was like, "Holy shit. I have a lot more in common with these old motherfuckers than I thought." And but I didn't stop then. But 2 years later, after I found drugs, I only got into drugs because I would always black out and get violent. So I got into drugs because I wouldn't get violent.
Well, then maybe they were good.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
But I was emotionally shot within 9 months. I couldn't, the drugs just like killed me emotionally.
Oh, yeah.
And it says in the prep sheet, I never know how true that you got bullied by Gotti's kids. Is that true?
Yeah. It's funny. I feel like I need to stop telling that story because TikTok knows that I like interested in the mafia. And the more I see about that, I feel like, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking about these guys. But no, anyway, I don't have a great story about that other than classic teenage bullying incident. I fell afoul with somebody else, not him, but he was friends with him, and then his name was used as part. This is just the light version. His name was used as part of the you better just shit. They made me do shit, otherwise I was gonna get hurt, and so that was stressful. That was that my first year of St. Francis Prep. So at the end of that year, I got kicked out for failing 4 subjects, and that's how I ended up in Ireland. So I joke on stage. I say, I got kicked out of St. Francis Prep because I had a problem with alcohol. So they sent me to Ireland. Right? That's the joke. But the truth is that, in modern times, I guess you would have said I was getting bullied a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of stress. But I was also drinking. I was doing graffiti. Anyway, I flunked out of prep, and then in a panic, my cousin was over from Ireland, and she was like, "Why don't you go to boarding school in Ireland?" And I was like, "Yeah, why the fuck don't I do that?"
Wasn't it all boys at boarding school?
It was St. Peter's College.
Yeah.
All boys. But you know what? It suited me, man. I remember a priest in a different boarding school I went to in 1994, he said, "You're going to have 2 problems in your life, booze and women." And despite the fact that he was a weird priest, he was 100% correct.
He was right.
He was 100% correct. Although I think you could say that to a lot of Irish boys. But anyway, the all boys thing actually kind of suited me because the distraction was less.
Right.
And boarding school was weirdly, I'm still close with all of my boarding school buddies. And, I'm not telling people to send their kids to boarding school, but it suited me.
Right.
It suited me.
Yeah.
And it delayed my...
You're getting fucked up when you're 12.
It suited me. The supervised study and, the camaraderie, new culture in Ireland, all that stuff was great for me.
Where would you meet girls at? Did they have dances or events where you'd mingle with the girls' school?
Yeah, teenage discos. But it was all fucked up. My school, Google St. Peter's College, Wexford, Ferns Report. I mean, my school had a lot of abuse scandals. So there was a dark side to it. So the lighthearted side of it is that in our school musical, you weren't allowed to have women. So the younger boys played women, and the older boys played the men. That's how weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Little butcher-bozzy.
And it was the same at Loretto College Loretto College in Wexford was the girls' school, and they weren't allowed to have boys, so they had girls dressing up as boys. But then we were allowed to go and watch the play, though. So then afterwards, you'd be trying to that was your bit of freedom. You try to talk to girls.
I know which girls Jim would try to talk to.
You're saying that the ones that were dressed up like they had penises?
So anyway, I knew that about Jim actually. So anyway, yeah, that stuff was kind of weird. How did you meet girls? You started going to teenage discos originally, and then you just get a fake ID. That's where I went to boarding school in fucking Hogwarts, man.
It looks nice. Yeah, it looks like how old is that place?
Gee, I actually don't know, but it used to be also a seminary, but then the seminary shut down because honestly, the beginning, this is not an exaggeration, but the beginning of the fall of the Catholic Church, happened at my school because the Ferns Report was the first major, like, official government report about abuse in Catholic schools.
What year was it?
I don't know when the Ferns Report came out. Founded in 1811. Wow, there you go. But I don't know when the Ferns Report came out. But anyway, that was the first of many. And then slowly it all began to sort of fall apart.
And this is when Ratzenberg
featured prominently in the report.
Oh, okay. What's his name? Ratzenberg, who became the Pope, was the guy, like, he was the final guy, like, who buried a lot of those reports, and he was such a piece of shit, this guy. Like, I think that's why they got rid of him and took Francis. Because
yes, in the end, he was too dirty.
He was the guy who, like, who the buck stops here, and he fucking...
Yeah, so Father Collins there was my principal, right? And he went to jail. he
Donald Collins.
But Donald. Well, I'll tell you a quick sort of weird story, right? So in the summer of 1991, I was back in New York for the summer, right? Collins calls and says, "Oh, I'm in New York. Can I come visit you guys?" He comes and spends the day with us in our house, right? And it was a fine day, and he leaves, and he's no longer the principal after that. I don't think anything of it. But then, you know Cullum Tobin, you know the writer Cullum Tobin? He wrote Brooklyn, and great writer, anyway, a famous Irish writer. He went to St. Peter's, and Collins was his science teacher 20 years before. And he writes this crazy article about the Ferns Report and how he used to have sympathy for Father Collins because he thought it was just repressed homosexuality. But then he realized the depravity of what went on when he read the Ferns Report. And he mentions that in 1991, Father Collins was sent to a rehab for sexual deviancy in Florida in the summer of 1991. And I then realized that he visited us on his way to fucking Florida for his stuff.
Wow.
How much denial do you have to be in?
Maybe he wanted to stop over and see. Maybe Desert let me blow him before I head down.
Well, you know, he did say to me, so I arrived in Ireland, August 26, 1990, I arrived in Ireland. And then I spent a few days with my cousins and then a couple of days with friends of my godfather in Wexford. And the woman, Betty Kiernan, God rest her soul, she's no longer with us. She dropped me off to St. Peter's that night that I was going in for the first time in my life, 14-year-old kid from Queens in a fucking Hogwarts boarding school down the south of Ireland. And the minute Betty left, Collins pulled me to the side and he goes, "Now, there's a couple of words in Ireland that are different. One of them is the word fanny. In Ireland, it's not the back, it's the front." That's like and that's not an exaggeration. That's the first thing he said to me. And now, of course, I know that it's like so weird because he was testing my reaction to see if I was like innocent or not. And I guess my reaction showed him like I shouldn't fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then years later, I found out that our dean at the time was like seen like holding Collins up against the wall by the neck, so he must have heard something.
Was he fumbling with boys?
I found out years later that stuff was still going on when I was there.
Hey, to follow up what you said earlier, how about don't send your kids to boarding school? How about don't do that?
Yeah. Anyway, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know where a conversation's going to go. But this is all real history. I mean, you know, and that was Ireland though, and then and then it sort of. It spread. The sad thing is that there's just so many Irish names, even when you watch Spotlight and everything, and you see the stuff that went on in Boston. It's just a lot of Irish names. But anyway, the good news is that, you know, all this stuff has been exposed, and good riddance, I say, to all that. And the power
billions.
That the Catholic Church had in Ireland was all taken away because of this, which is, you know, that's all been positive. But anyway,
isn't it happening in South America now too? Like America, it went through, like South America, they were very religious, but I think like different places, it's like waves.
Yes.
Of fucking, hey, what the fuck was this going like?
Yeah, and it's also like culturally, there are just moments where enough of society are willing to accept the information, and for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, for different reasons, different places find themselves in that spot. And for Ireland, it was important. I mean, you know, when you get into the dark side of Ireland after independence, up until the church lost its power, the church had a lot of power. I mean, it was like, I would say it was a light theocracy. I would say Ireland at the peak of the power of the church, you know. But talking about getting TED Talky.
No, it's interesting. But here's the place for it. You don't have 1,000 people sitting here watching us.
Yeah,
true.
Freedom.
Hopefully more than that listening, but
yeah. But you know, can I just say on a lighthearted note, this was one of many changes. Ireland changed a lot. Very soon after I arrived. Nothing to do with my arrival, but as a stand-up comedian, it was pretty lucky. I happened to witness a major cultural change in Ireland, and then I was able to be somebody that would talk about that. So that was just one of those like weird things where you end up in the right place at the right time. And it was a very interesting thing to see because it was a very different like societal journey than the journey that Queens has gone through since 1975 when I was born. Ireland has had a massive change.
Was your first time on stage in New York or in Ireland?
No, Ireland. I'm an Irish comedian with a New York accent. You know? And still to this day, it's funny, not that I read too many comments, but like you still get people thinking that I went to Ireland to pursue my comedy career. But no, I got into comedy from when I was in UCC, when I was in college.
So your first place on stage, was it like a local bar?
It was a place called Gorby's Comedy Club, which was a nightclub, but they started doing Wednesdays and Sundays, which was essentially like a student comedy night. But my buddy Frank Toomey, who just died,
rest in peace.
I knew him from the not drinking world, and he was adamant that I should try it. And he was the host. He was the he was the resident MC, and I'm telling you, he forced me on stage. He made me do it. And but they told me to do 20 minutes, which is insane. But anyway,
your first time on?
Yeah, but there was no culture of like open mics in Cork, because a regional city in Ireland, right? So there wasn't like that much of a scene. Anyway, long story short, he forced me on stage, and I caught the bug, and he just died. But I don't think I'd be a stand-up if it wasn't for him.
Yeah,
wow. You know.
Do you remember those people who were nice to you? There's so many cunts in the business. The ones that were nice, you also.
I had a lot of guys that were nice to me, man.
Yeah.
Frank Toomey, and he was pretty connected. He had been on a TV show in the 80s in Ireland, so he knew a lot of the guys, and he introduced me to a guy called Barry Murphy, awesome comic. And Barry gave me numbers up in Dublin, and it was a small scene, so people were very supportive.
Yeah.
And then I had like a strange advantage because I could talk about Ireland and people would be blown away because to them, I was just some kid from New York, but I'm educated in Ireland. I could do the accents. So actually, I got away with some pretty shitty material that people thought was like iconic. They thought it was iconic that I could do like a Cork accent, you know?
That's the important thing, though, is recognizing that years later and going, yeah, that wasn't that great. The guys who are in trouble are the guys who don't ever have that moment where they're going, oh, yeah, I was skating.
They think it was because, I guess I was brilliant. That's why I was so popular.
I'm telling you, man, I came to New York a couple of times, and I fucking bombed because I didn't have any joke. I didn't have anything that worked outside of Ireland. It was so Irish specific. Like even Irish Americans wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the concept of I'm Irish. It was all very local. Essentially like when you go to Cincinnati and some guy's doing a joke about like Cincinnati.
Yeah, or the local area of Cincinnati that's shitty.
But that I'm telling you, I had a lot of jokes like that. You know,
yeah.
I'm ratting myself out here.
Well,
but I also want to point out that I was murdering with that shit.
I'm sure. Like when you're in there.
I bought a house with that shit.
See? When you're in front of that audience, they're all reacting. You're making money. It's like.
I don't know. You've performed in Dublin, haven't you?
One night, one show, I think. I loved it.
The Irish crowds are the best.
Great.
The best. You know, the only crowd that thinks they're funnier than you, but still will actually like laugh better than any crowd.
Yeah, I wish I had done more. I did one night in Dublin, I think, and then I did 2 nights in London and 1 night in Manchester. I want to go back over there. They were a lot of. I had never wanted to do it, and I finally did it, and I was like, yeah, I'm glad I did this. They were great.
Now's the time. More and more American acts are going over. You know, just because of the internet, like there's just more and more exposure to the American acts. So.
Yeah, I get a lot of emails and stuff from there, but again, it's a whole expense. You got to book. Plus, the radio show is a little hard to just leave.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it feels great when I do, but it's. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things.
Your wife needs a break, Jim.
I know. She comes with me.
Oh.
Because I think she knows if I'm on the road, I'm in trouble. Like, I don't think she'll fuck anybody here, but I know I'll fuck somebody there.
You know, on the flip side, though, I can't stand this thing. You know, sometimes Irish people will like criticize the Irish humor and then big up. So I put this special up, and I don't talk about Ireland. That's the whole purpose of the special.
Right.
And I'll see Irish people in the comments being like, wow, he's really moved on from the Irish stuff. It's good to see. And it's like, you know, the other shit was good, too. You know what I mean? Like
the worst. Those compliments from these fucking idiots.
No, but there is a thing. There is a thing in Ireland of like somehow if it's not Irish stuff that it's superior, and it's like no, we have this small island that has specific stuff. You got to talk about that too.
Yeah, whenever they say that, because it's the same tone as. Well, he's not talking about sex anymore. It's like they act like they're these fucking like writing for the Times, and they have to sum up, and it's like, shut up.
By the way,
shut up.
I can't stand people who diminish the laughter of a bit about sex.
No,
it's the most ridiculous thing. It's actually heaped in the same shame that led to the stuff that we were talking about earlier. Sex is the same as any other topic.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's as long as it's done original, like anything else.
Like anything else.
I mean, a lot of people have been giving me flack because my 20-minute fart sounds closing bit, but I happen to believe in it very strongly.
Well, because they all sound different.
I make it with my mouth, and they go crazy.
If you can keep a fart bit going and keep getting the laughs, Dylan Moran, great Irish comic. If you're ever looking for like a random comic that will like blow your mind, in my opinion, Dylan Moran, great Irish comic, says that there are no hack jokes. There are no hack topics. There are only topics done badly.
That's right. He's right.
And 100%.
Me and Colin talked one time about that. We were just talking about hacks and all that stuff, and it was just how every subject is open, just how you do it. And he's like, "Why should the hacks own McDonald's?" Like, but he was right. It was like, why should some shit comic who kills with very, very tried material by every other like, why should they own certain subjects, like, when we could do something with it as well?
Yeah, like, why not find a fresh observation about, because the thing is, like, McDonald's is hack because everybody has that experience, but it doesn't mean that there's not fresh takes on whatever you see.
I haven't found one, but I mean, or flying or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you throw 9/11 in, that's like, all right, well, that's not hack yet.
People like that. People enjoy that.
Throw in you got to up the level of difficulty. Like a Greg Louganis. You might hit your head, but if you can land this, then that makes it a good bit.
I'm going to talk about airline food, but Muhammad Atta's flying the plane.